Hey,
Hello.
what's up, everybody?
Cheers.
Welcome to the Mega64 Podcast. Hey, this episode of the Mega64 Podcast is sponsored by Crappy Castles. Crappy Castles is our sponsor. Rocco, I'm going to give you 2 words, and you respond to what comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
Crappy Castles.
Ooh.
Not as well built structures.
Oh.
Of a medieval nature.
Kind of made it sound not good.
Oh.
I don't know if our sponsor's going to like that. All right.
I like that one.
Let's go over to our special guest, Dallas. Dallas and Garrett. Here we go.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's it?
Crappy Castles.
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead. Respond.
Tofu construction.
That's
What?
stupid. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Am I supposed
Crappy
to?
Castle's not going to be happy with that. I don't know if that's going to...
It's not a word association. There's a wrong answer. I thought.
yeah, that was the wrong
Yeah,
answer.
in this game, there actually are wrong answers. Sorry. This isn't
All
therapy.
right, next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Think real hard, Dallas.
All right. We're trying to make them look good. We're trying to make them look like something people would want to watch. We're not even going to go to Sean. This is going to be the last person
Crappy
we go to.
castles. I'm going to say shit stands.
All right. Well, you can look them up on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. Welcome to the Mega64 Podcast, everybody.
We're also brought to you tonight by Tenga. Don't forget Tenga. If you want to experience true pleasure and master the arts better, go to we got a special link for you. Click it. Use the code Mega64. You get a 15% discount.
Yeah.
Think of us before you jerk it,
During.
during if you choose, and definitely after.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
want you should feel shame while you think about Mega 64.
Well, that goes without saying, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Use the Mega64 code. Get a 15% discount. Save all that money.
Tenga, master better.
That's good.
That's a good line.
We've got some
Dallas.
free product for you, Dallas. Don't leave here before
Yeah.
we give you some.
It's
heads.
okay. I'm married. I don't need the product.
It's fun. I
Yeah, you
incorporate
might
them-
change your tune.
Wacko,
So-
wacko,
I
wacko.
have incorporated them into my lovemaking.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. If you were here in the pre-show, which you probably weren't, we were hyping this show up. We said that Dallas had bested a celebrity in open combat, and I had a mysterious box that I was going to open on camera here.
Right.
Pandora's box, if you will.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
I missed-
Clickbait.
I missed the pre-show this week.
Yeah,
I'm
and the
sorry.
Rocco wasn't here for the pre-show. That was the third mystery. We're F for you.
Sorry. I was I got here a little early. Well, I really
I wouldn't
wasn't.
know that.
I got here right on time, actually. No, but I was I had to do some calculating of some merch stuff in the back.
Oh.
And I was like, well, let them do the pre-show. I won't butt in.
Sounds like you were a robot
Yeah.
calculating.
We'll take
I
care
was
of the
doing some
pre-show.
calculations back there.
Maybe he was just using the Tenga.
Oh, you know what? This all adds up.
Well, I don't want to endorse a sponsor if I haven't used all their products.
Calculating some merchandise. He didn't say whose merchandise.
When I finish
3 eggs left, maybe they won't notice.
when I finish with the Tenga, I always go, yeah, crappy castles. So
Yeah.
that's just bringing both
That's
your
kinda-
sponsors
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That's,
It's synergy.
it's called a cross promotion.
But you had these 3 things you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we solved mystery number 1. What were you doing? We just figured it out.
Yeah, got that.
Calculating
Jerking
fluid
off into a
levels.
sock.
No. Don't need that.
It's a sleeve.
Sleeve, sorry.
It's an egg.
Beep, 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 beep. What's in Derek's box?
Yes.
I love the new theme. What? Wait,
What could it be?
That looks like that's a donut box. I like what I'm seeing so far.
you see grease on there?
There's a
don't
little
think it's
grease
done.
on it.
I've had a lot of donuts in that kind of box. I have a good feeling.
What if it was a spider?
Oh
could be a
God.
spider.
I would not sit here.
What
but
about like a couple moths?
Oh, that'd be
They're
sick.
don't
donuts.
fuck around with
They
that.
would
Yeah,
fly
donuts.
out.
Just a couple moths?
I went to the number 1 donut place in San Diego.
Oh.
Peterson's?
Oh, did you really?
Mary?
Peterson's.
Well, I guess that's Escondido, so no.
Yeah, Garrett, you said it. Mary's Donuts.
Oh, you really did?
Spring Valley, huh?
Shit, you
Spring
scared the hell out of me.
Valley.
I started to get
Classic.
nervous because I was like, there's no way it would actually be donuts.
I just want to say Spring Valley is not necessarily San Diego, but that's fine. We don't have to.
I went into Mary's and I said, give me the dozen special. Fire it up. I don't even know what they put in there.
The wackadoo
So-
dozen. Yeah.
The wackadoo dozen. And I don't even know if they gave me 12, so we're going to have to count them live
Do they
on
call
stream.
it the Wackadoo Dozen?
Dealer's choice.
No, but I always go in there and order the wackadoo dozen.
Wait, you go in there, you say, give me the wackadee dozen?
There is a time
At Mary's?
for the Black Friday stream where I would go in and say, can I please have the wackadoo dozen, which doesn't exist. And then they would just try to figure out what I was trying to say and just
They
put
wouldn't
donuts
go
in a
like,
box.
what?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a bit. I don't know. It was funny at the
Tormenting
time.
the poor teenagers who work at Mary's.
Yeah, it was an old lady. It was Mary.
Oh,
It was Mary.
Mary
That's
herself.
even
Mary
worse.
was
She's like
Oh,
90 years
typhoid
old.
Mary.
the first location, huh?
This young gentleman keeps asking for the wackadee dozen. Carl, do we have that?
Am I saying something naughty?
He's streaming this. I don't know why.
Well, dig in, you guys. Don't be shy. Or don't dig in. I don't know. Everybody's on a
I
diet.
don't know. The way it was
I'll
set
dig
up.
in. I don't care. It's Sunday.
The way it was set up,
Lord's
I
Day.
thought something was going to happen to me, and now I'm like scared of these. These are my favorite donuts, by the way.
I know.
My favorite type of donut is a glazed old fashioned.
Is that your favorite?
Yes, this is my
Look,
number
we have your
one.
favorite. My favorite, actually, and I'm not going to eat one. I'm trying to be good. I just want to live vicariously through you guys. Is the powdered lemon-filled donut?
Really?
I've said this hundreds of times on stream.
I
I,
don't
just want to
often hear
confirm.
that.
I got
That's
2 of them. Just because maybe I'll break later. Sean, what's your favorite donut?
I like the maple bar. I'm a maple bar man.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm okay.
we have a
a
maple
maple bar.
bar.
There's
I'm okay right now. I'm
have-
trying
God,
to eat
we
better.
do.
He's okay.
I'm trying to eat better.
Please. It's
So-
the podcast.
I know. Well, what's the third thing, Derek? We have
Yeah, we have our special guest here, Dallas.
Oh, hey, everybody. Hi, how's it going? Good
we
to be
know
back.
that you wouldn't just be here just to hang out,
Never.
just because we were friends.
Yeah, no. I don't have time to hang out.
No, you're
anymore.
very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great though to hang out. Do you guys hang out?
Not anymore, man.
No, not unless we get
no
paid.
way.
It's just,
Yeah, right?
just only
Like,
on
yeah,
camera.
yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
We pretend to like each other, but we barely.
Well, you've been busy.
But
You've
we
been-
all used to hang out. I mean,
Yeah.
I like you as a person. You're like, hey, let's just hang out, and then all of a sudden you started doing something that you like doing when you hung out, and you filmed it,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then now you're like, well, now to hang out, we have to make money.
Yeah. I mean, we still hang out occasionally.
No, you don't.
I hung out with Rocco yesterday.
I was just gonna say,
And the day before.
Sean was sitting next to me at a movie yesterday.
Rocco
and
came
he
over
was
to
not
my
paid to
house
appear there.
on Friday.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
ate in and out with us. Wow.
Well, that's amazing.
for the Olympics.
Yeah, for the opening ceremonies,
you
as
get-
tradition.
Nice.
You got family.
Why
you
did they
got
send so many
families.
Americans to the Olympics, by the way?
To win.
Who are
all
they
the
trying to
medals.
impress?
To win?
It looks less impressive. You got 200 competitors there.
Yeah.
Derek,
No.
literally the entire opening ceremony, they're going, again, a lot of human atrocities happening right now. Of course,
What?
Joe Biden did not attend these awards.
It was
due
seriously,
to-
they were doing the opening ceremony and shitting on China the entire
due to human
time.
rights exploitation. Joe Biden did not show
'Cause
up.
of,
Anyway, here's this.
All the Uyghurs.
There's a lot of stuff.
Well, on the human exploitation note, it's good to be back. I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a
like
while.
4 years. And
4?
I needed probably like that.
Mm.
Honestly, I needed that much time to get over the last time I was here.
I hear you.
I don't know. Nothing happened. But
Last time you were here, you were promoting an album.
was I?
Yeah, an
You
album
were.
one-liners.
Well, there was
Well, then it's been almost 5 years.
There was a
Wow.
dead guy that kind of looked like you at some point around here.
A Hell
That was-
Festival
that
thing we
was
did
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm back to promote a new album.
Yeah.
oh, well.
It's out now,
How'd
guys.
how'd the old one do?
The old one was fine. It was fine. The old one was I just retired a bunch of jokes in one fail swoop, and it was nice. And then I've done a bunch of stuff since. But this new album is totally different than anything I've ever done before.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Very
Oh,
happy
nice.
about it. It's stories. I tell stories at a story show here in San Diego. Once a month, they do a show at the Whistle Stop Bar. And I've done the show for like a decade now. And so I have all these stories and I really like them. They're like my favorite thing I've done. Can I be sincere on the
Yes.
podcast,
Yes,
guys?
Absolutely.
When it comes to your
Please.
art, of
Let's
course.
drop the
Thank you.
facade.
Thank you.
We
They're-
go way back.
They're my favorite thing that I've ever done. And I've done a lot of fun stuff, but this is like something I'm proud of that I work on. So this album came out yesterday, like last night or something like that. I don't know when it came out. But it's on iTunes right now, Apple Music, iTunes Store. I have an app called the iTunes Store, so I guess that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Apple Music, go get it if you have that app. It's called It's called Rough Drafts Stories to Drink To, and it's a collection of 5 different stories, all of like from the death of my grandpa to like gambling addiction and Junior Seau to doorbell ditching. There's just a lot of stuff happening in the album.
I'm also going to be sincere, if you'll indulge me. I was driving home from LA last night and you said album's out. So I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. And so I put it on and I listened to the entire album.
Oh, wow.
And
Whoa.
Dallas, I truly loved it.
Oh,
I thought it
thanks.
was really great. I was like listening to the story about your grandpa in particular. I'm like, this is fucking great. Like I was really into it. So
Thank you.
You also get my recommendation. Definitely check out this album. I even like let people know who like, I don't think even know you. I'm like, hey, check out this comedy album. It's good. Like I've already recommended it to friends of mine.
That's
because
fantastic.
It's good.
Thank
It's
you.
good.
Yeah, it's Rough Drafts, Stories to Drink To. It's on Apple Music.
And it was like an hour. It's long.
Yeah, every story is between 9 and 16 minutes, I think, like that. So, it's a nice chunk of time that you'll spend with me and hearing my voice. But it's all live. So it's like the sound.
That's fantastic.
But I like that it's live. It's kind of crazy and
You get
dirty.
the crowd.
and
That's how
the
a special
crowd.
should be recorded.
That's what I like
You
about
get
it.
a woman yelling and you tell her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I told her to
quietly.
shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's it's not that polished. But it's really fun, and I've been getting sincerely wonderful feedback. So I appreciate that, Sean. So go get it, Dallas McLaughlin. That's my name. Rough Draft, Stories to Drink To. It's on Apple Music. And right before I got here,
Oh yeah. The
Yes.
news. Good
this
news.
is the news that we teased in the thing.
Yeah.
My album is currently number 2 on Apple Music on the comedy charts.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2.
He just
And,
beat.
Who's
he
number
beat?
1 though?
Number 1 is Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll beat him.
Oh, come on.
We're gonna
All
stick that guy
right.
outside.
But he just topped.
Rough
Yeah.
Drafts.
Stories to Drink To.
Stories to Drink To. We have to beat Bo Burnham.
He topped Weird Al.
I topped
Dallas
the- I
is
topped the
now better
Essential-
than Weird Al. It's official.
Weird
say,
Al, the
yeah.
Essential Weird Al was number 3.
Yeah,
and I'm
who's
number
number
2.
3? It's Weird
That
Al.
doesn't
That's
make
amazing.
honestly, I feel bad.
Why?
For Al.
Because I should never. Nobody should ever be better than Al. That's just how I
you
feel.
are though.
You don't
can't
get
help
to
being
decide
talented.
that, Dallas. The
Yeah.
people get to decide that, and the
Yeah.
public is spoken, and they think Rough Drafts is more essential than Essential Weird Al.
And
We
right-
got to get this album to beat Bo Burnham by the end of the podcast.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
dude, Bo
saying.
Burnham. He's sitting in his fucking room all day.
Bo Burnham is amazing, but Dallas is also amazing.
Listen,
so.
Bo Burnham, he's basically just hipster Weird Al, and so that's why it's like when you split the Republican vote. I went down the middle between Bo Burnham and Weird Al. I split the vote, so I'm number 2.
Sure.
I'm happy with being in the top 3. But if
yeah.
we can get to number 1,
I think we
my
can get
kids
you
might
there.
respect me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if we can do that, that'd
You
be
can
great.
screen cap it and always have that to like show them.
I know. I'm probably number 10 by now already as this
Is it
podcast
that
is going.
fast?
I don't know how quickly they update. Earlier today at around like 2 or noon or something like that, I looked and I was number 10. I was like, that's fantastic. And then on the way here, my wife screenshot and showed me I was number 2. That was very
Can we do a
nice.
live update? Can we check it right now?
We can
let's
check. I don't know
see.
on my
Let's see
phone.
what's
He could be
anymore.
number 1 as
Hey,
we speak.
while he's checking, let's do it. Theme song.
Number
Little
2.
fucker. I'm
Still
just
number
a-
2. I'm still
still
number
2.
2. Guys.
Okay, he's still number 2.
Nate Bargatze.
Oh yeah.
Nate Bargatze. He's number 4. I'm gonna tell you
Oh.
right now. Nate Bargatze's really great.
I love you.
I've gotten to do some shows with him.
You
and-
have?
Yeah.
I listen to his stuff all the time.
We're friendly. We've
Are you
gone to
really?
dinner a few times.
Okay.
You went to
So
dinner
guys
with
are,
him?
like tag teaming
Yeah.
it.
Dallas.
Nate's a
Nate
fantastic.
and Dallas.
He's
versus
just funny, man.
Bo and Al.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best stand-ups working right now. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I was gonna try to go see him. I can't believe I worked with him. That's cool.
Yeah.
So Dallas, are you still a working stand-up comedian currently?
Well, I'm transitioning out of that
Yeah.
into non-working stand-up comedian. This whole storytelling thing I'm doing, this album I just put out, like that's kind of what I'm trying to transition into, out of the stand-up realm and more into storytelling
But isn't
shows.
there this is still stand up though, right?
Yeah. It's like the closest thing I compare it to is like what Mike Birbiglia is doing.
Yes.
That's like the closest you could compare it to. But
I
my
can see
stuff's a
that.
little more structured narratively than what he's doing. That's not an insult to him. It's just different style. He's definitely more toes in the stand-up world than what I'm doing on my stories.
Mm-hmm.
But I still do stand-up. I just did it the other night at a show in Barrio Logan. It was really fun. And then I'll do another show in Oceanside on the 19th. It's a secret show called The Speakeasy Show.
Oh, I went to
Is there a password to get in?
But yeah, something like that. I don't know what it is. You got to like go to the
Billy-o.
Facebook page and buy tickets, and then they tell you where it is in Oceanside.
When you
Oh.
do stand-up,
Yeah.
do you follow other stand-up comedians to stay like up to date at what's happening in the stand-up world, or do you
No, not at all.
try not to be influenced by anything?
It's not even an influence thing. It's just I don't really have time.
Okay.
But if I'm doing a show though, I always go early and watch all the other comics because I'm not. That sounded like I'm always headlining, but
But that is a nice thing.
I'm almost always.
Yeah.
But like I go and I watch the other comics because one, I want to see what they're doing and what's working with the audience before I go bomb or have a good set.
Right.
And then I also want to just see who's around and who I might run into more and stuff like that. It's always nice to know what's happening. But like Nate Bargatze, like he was one of those dudes who I just got put on a show with randomly, like 7 years ago. And I was just like, oh my God, I remember I saw that guy in LA once on some weird little bar show and he was amazing. And then we just kind of became friends and I went to Utah with him and we did a weekend there.
Wow.
And then he got bigger and started doing theaters and another mutual friend of ours opens for him pretty consistently. This guy, Dustin Nickerson, who's also very funny, Dustin Nickerson. Yeah, so it's kind of like if I randomly see somebody, I'll be like, oh, that's amazing. Like I just watched Gaffigan's latest special. It's always good to check in with Jim Gaffigan, see what's happening. He's very
Still
funny.
no swearing, right, by Jim?
He swore in this last one.
He said a swear?
Well, his Twitter thing during the re-election, during Trump's re-election, he went on like a Twitter tirade where he like cursed a bunch about how
remember
much
that.
he hates Trump. And
He's changing his brand.
Broke edge.
but Gaffigan's great. So I mean, there's I try.
Yeah. Have you ever had to burn material having seen some openers who were kind of doing something along the same premise?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, I guess I'll cut that
bomb.
out.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Well, usually if they do a bit that's similar to me and there's bombs, like I know that mine will do better.
Oh,
Only because I've been able
Smart.
to watch and see where they've screwed it up.
I see.
Or vice versa. I've done like where I'm featuring for headliners and like they haven't seen me before or whatever. Like Sklar Brothers. I don't know if you guys know Sklar
yes,
Brothers.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I featured for them a few times. Really good dudes. And the last time I worked with them, I did a bit that I still do about pets. And they were like, hey, we do this bit that we're working on. Like it's about pets and we're working on it for our next special. Like, could you not do any pet material before us? And I was like, and that's like total, like that's not them being dicks.
No, that's
People
like
always do
nice
that and they
green
go,
about
room
that, though.
camaraderie.
green room, nice. It's just like, hey, it's not that it wasn't funny. It's not that it didn't work. It's just, we don't want to double up on it. But then what was cool about those guys is specifically is that then like we sat and like helped each other work out each other's pets.
Oh,
builds.
That's
wow.
cool.
So they like gave me tags. They asked
that's
me about their
awesome.
tags. Those guys
Hell
are
yeah.
pretty cool like that.
That's
so
awesome.
I burn material.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that I'm doing stand up or anything like that, but I always love watching other people. Whenever there's any kind of live thing we do or anything, I always love watching people go before us because it's just like, oh, it's this kind of crowd. Okay, this one bit is gonna kill because I know them. You
Do
know,
you ever? I mean, we had a couple of shows, whatever that you do, and you like instantly it sounds like, oh, this crowd's dead. Like it's a dead crowd. Like, and do you get like nervous? Or
I've
you're like,
never
I'm gonna
had
wake
that.
them up.
I just want to say for the record,
yeah,
Dude,
not familiar
I
with
went
that.
to your guys' LA
Crowd's
show
fired
when you
up.
did
Yeah.
your tour in LA.
Okay.
That was one of the stranger crowds I've ever seen.
why?
really?
Oh, please let us know because we
Fucking
have
LA.
no comparison.
But it is LA.
It's
It
LA.
is LA.
We've-
It's that LA thing where they were so into it
Yeah. Oh, that's
for
good.
about 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second.
And then they were like, they just all took an intermission without there being a real intermission for like 20 minutes. And then they were back on board for like the whole end thing that you guys did. Because
Yeah.
then you do like a Q&A at the end. If I
Yeah.
remember saying.
Their high wore off.
They're
They had
all,
to hit the
I
vape
swear
outside.
to God, dude, I think that was it. Like
Yeah.
it was the strangest where I'm like, what happened? Like this is all still very fun. Like what's going on? It was very strange, but that happens too. And I'll be headlining and doing like 45 minutes or an hour. And like, there'll be a lull in the set and I'll be like, what did I do? And then another comic will be like, you didn't do anything. They were just they
like,
took a break.
something happened.
They just took a break.
Yeah, they couldn't
weird.
handle it.
Well, I thought our LA crowd was great, and so this is not any kind of. I thought that was a great show. I really enjoyed it.
It was great.
But I do think audiences in cities like LA or just in California in general, they get to see all the great entertainment acts. There's a lot of other places in the country they don't get to see that. Maybe they don't get a lot of tours or going through or whatever. LA does. So I do think there's an element of like, there's that shock at the beginning, like, oh, it's them. And then I do think there's subconsciously a little bit of like, okay, like they kind of maybe expect a little more, maybe like, okay, I'm waiting for the, what's the next thing kind of.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
It probably is. No, it was a great show. And they weren't, it's not like they were a bad crowd at all, but I do.
Yeah. No, it was
But
great.
there is like that energy that you can feed off of one way or another, where like you jump out and if the crowd is like there's no bad crowds. That's so full of there's
bad crowds.
I'm glad you're saying so
this.
stupid. Like comics have really come around to just being open and admitting that there are bad crowds, whereas it used to be like, no, you got to work hard, man. You got to get it back, and it's like sometimes dude, they just don't want to be there, and you didn't do anything wrong. Like
maybe they got in a fight on the way to the comedy show with their wife or something like that, and they're fucking mad. I don't know.
Sometimes like there's some weird thing that happens outside when they're in line. Like there's a lot of different elements that like play into it, and sometimes they're just or it's like I've done theater where you're doing a matinee on Sunday and the crowd's like dead. Literally, maybe dead in the crowd, and you're like, "What is happening right now?"
That's literally was the next thing I was going to say. I remember doing theater with you guys. I remember specifically talking to you, Sean, backstage. There were a few plays that we did way back in the day where it was like, oh my God, this audience is electric. Like we're just doing, it wasn't even comedy. We're doing songs. And it was like, oh my God, it was like the crowd was going to stand up and join us. And then the next day, it's like, we did the song and like no one clapped. And you heard a cough.
I did.
And it's like, did we fuck up? I remember talking to you. Yeah. Did we screw this up tonight?
No.
And yeah, people are like, I really think we're doing the same shit as yesterday. Like they are not into it, you know? And I think it's that kind of stuff. There's a difficulty with something. Or
I did a play a couple of years ago, and it was like comedy. There was a lot of improv involved, and it was called Servant of Two Masters. And it was like which is an old play, but we updated it and made it like a Marx Brothers play, basically. It was really fun. We did a show on a Saturday night, and I thought they were gonna like tear the roof off. People were having such a good time. It was like chaos. And then the next day, the Sunday matinee, we literally had a woman in the very front row get up and leave.
No,
like 10 minutes in.
Oh, cool.
And we kind of had the show had a bit of the freedom where we could break. And so she like got up and started to leave. And one of the people in the show, this guy Max, like was like, really? So soon? Like, looked at her.
Oh no, he called attention to it.
And she turned and she's like, and she literally, like, you guys are doing great, not for me. And
Oh,
just kept
no.
and we
So
were like,
passive.
We were like, I can't. All right. But because she did that though, the crowd turned on us. Like
Right.
the rest of the show was just nightmarishly
really?
slow
Wow.
and sad. It was crazy.
Fuck.
there was one show on
Crowd
our
couldn't stop thinking
tour.
about her. Like,
stop
what does she
thinking about
know
it.
that we don't?
Yeah.
There was one show on our tour where we started, and I noticed in the front row, two dudes just folding their arms, just frowning for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they got up and walked away halfway through the show. Not even halfway, like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
And that fucked me up because I couldn't stop thinking about like, what the fuck? They bought tickets.
They're in the front row.
We never comped anyone for our shows.
Oh, I know.
What was it? but that gets in your head and you're just like focused on these two fucking douchebags folding their arms in the front row.
I mean, it could have been anything. They could have had to go because they got an important phone. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really
they
don't
both
know.
got an important phone call.
Well, maybe
Sean.
one was just
Come
rise like
on.
How
my
many
mom's
important
mad.
phone
I gotta
calls
go.
they looked
I
too
think it
cool
was
for
us.
school.
They were downloading Bo Burnham's.
Yes.
They had to go
Yeah,
listen
they
to
already
it. They were
saw the
very
They
excited.
are making sure he's number one and not you.
They already got burned them.
I really want to know. I didn't really get to stick around to talk to you guys after the LA show. You big timed me, but I
Well, Robert
talked to you.
IDK
I
was
found-
there.
looking
saw
for
you
you.
out.
no,
I found you.
none of you
I
saw me
texted
out.
you,
were
saying
all,
thanks for
you were all walking around.
Can I
wandering
say
around.
security tried to kick me out of that venue after the LA show? I think they didn't know that I performed on stage. I was
talked to
I was
you
talking
after
to people
the show.
online. They were like, "Get out!"
They really did that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
those-
talking to people the whole after the show.
They-
but I
during
was
the-
in the merch booth.
You went. Well,
I
that's
hung
the thing.
right there, so I think they figured.
You came to the merch booth, and I was kind of hanging out by the sound table, like a soundboard.
Yeah.
My brain
house.
just melted. And then you came out, but people swamped you, and so I think I just came up and said, "Hey, man, good show," and left because I'm like, I'm not. You need to have some fan time. That's like part of the best part about doing a tour
Yeah.
is getting a little bit of love
Right.
for all the effort that you just put on stage.
Yeah.
But I was very curious, like how was the tour? I'm sure you've talked about it on the
A
podcast. but
dream.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Was
you.
it super fun, or were you guys
So
like
much
this
fun.
such a
We
pain in the ass?
already talked about kind of how it brought us to the edge and back, and how we don't really know about our future.
Stop.
That's so great.
Well, I
Johnny's
talked
in
about that,
rehab.
but what did you guys want to?
I want that to be
No,
so true.
We
No, it was
forced
great.
Johnny
Yeah,
into
no, it was-
rehab.
Dallas,
after
it
the
was
tour.
like the best month. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was
we
awesome.
had a
Great.
great time. It was
That's
truly fantastic.
It's hard to explain to somebody because people would always ask us with background, like, dude, it's like tour just so hard. And I'm like, no, it's like the greatest. So it's hard to explain.
We literally talked about that same thing. Before going on tour, people are like, you guys are going to be tested. You're really going to learn what you don't like about each other.
Yeah.
And you're not going to, it was like, I feel closer to them than ever.
So,
but like you do get tested, but it's never
Sure,
like something.
there are moments.
And I've been on tour with bands where they literally break up on tour.
Damn.
But that's also like, that depends too on how fragile was the relationship pre-tour.
Exactly.
And also like they could have been on tour for 6 months straight. And like, that seems a bit excessive.
Yeah.
But like, you can't explain to somebody how fun tour is until they actually go on tour.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, we don't really need to be responsible at all.
Yeah.
Like just enough to get on stage and make it work, and then we can just go have fun.
Even that, like our tour manager that's his job. Like you get me on stage and then I'm just gonna do it and then
I
I'm
don't even have time to be responsible for anything because you're just like leaving.
Having
you're,
a
you're
guy,
driving and going.
having a dude to get you food, book your hotels, drive you everywhere. It was fucking vacation. I mean, and then we got to perform every night.
There were situations where I couldn't even go to the bathroom, and I was like, "What do I do? Like, I can't even take care of the most basic human function." But
There's that.
I'm I'm at a venue, and the bathroom is broken, and I'm stuck here, and I have no options, and I'm like, "Somebody needs to help me."
and then
Somebody
Jay
drive me
helped
to a
us.
bathroom, please.
And then that's what he did. He's like, I gotcha. And he just took us to the it was great.
That's rad.
Hop in the van because it's COVID too. So like, I tried to go across the street to a McDonald's, which was like closed. So.
Yeah, I was kind of I was wondering how that would be too with COVID. Because when I showed up to the venue, I was like, oh, like what's and there was no precautions.
No.
We
set
went
in
out
place at
right
that
in the
venue, but-
middle, like at the perfect window where Delta was winding down and
Omicron was
hadn't
Yeah,
quite
like
started yet.
Omicron popped up on the news just kind of like, we're hearing about this thing.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we found the perfect window and it was great. It was so much fun. It was so much
That's
fun.
good. I'm glad. Are you guys going to do it again?
I would
I
love
don't
to.
know. I mean, maybe not that show.
I'm just saying, if you ever need an opener,
yeah.
That's the one thing we
Bad
didn't
Credit's
have.
looking for tour.
Bad Credit will
no,
do?
no, no.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I played some
They're all
Bad
dead.
Credit
They all died.
during our load-in. We just played our soundtrack. So it was cool getting to play songs made by people that were in the audience. Like Josh Jones was in the audience for a couple of shows.
Yeah.
You were in the audience
Yeah.
at LA. And
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, you did play I'm Scared. I thought
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard I'm Scared more than any other song, I think, in the Beatles catalog,
I'm
in the
sorry.
any catalog. But no, it was good.
It really becomes a shitty song. It really
I think
does.
it's good.
no,
It's still
I never
good.
got sick. I never got sick of that.
I just told a story about Bad Credit, by the way. I had a story show.
Oh,
Nice.
Wrote a whole story about it and about how we were supposed to have a reunion show, but then COVID hit and now it might never happen.
Oh, that's right.
no.
Because I saw your guys' Instagram updates, and I remember thinking like, oh, they're going to do something coming up.
Yeah.
And you're right. That was when I stopped seeing those.
Well, why would it not happen now? Now that things are winding down and opening back up.
We basically, what happened was we were at my buddy Sean O'Donnell, who was in the band Revolver and in Bad Credit for a while. He turned 40 a couple of years ago, and
that sucks.
Yeah. And his wife threw this like huge party for him, and it was it's hard to explain, but basically we all wound up at Bar Pink. The entire party of like 200 people wound up at Bar Pink.
Wow.
And they had kind of finagled it so Reeve Oliver would do a reunion show before a band called Buckfast Super B played. And so like they played, and a couple of people from Bad Credit were there, and we were like, hey, like this is fun, right? Like, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the idea. And then we started the ball rolling, and we kind of hung out a little bit, and we had all been together, hanging out, just us in a long time. So it was like, it was interesting. And then, I said, well, let's practice and see if we have fun practicing. And so then we practiced, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
And
Gorney wasn't being a diva?
No, Gorney
That's
was
good.
all in, and we were in, and he's just doing music now. He's right. He actually,
He stopped by here the other day on a lark.
Gorney did?
Yeah. He it was an accident.
He was
sauce.
he was at a nearby business.
Yeah.
He was just minding his own business, and I walked out to like throw something away, and he was like, "What, Rocco?"
That's so
And he's
great.
like, "Why are you at this dumpster? What were you doing with this dumpster?" And I'm like, "This is our business in here." He was like, "You're kidding," and it was just, "Yeah, come in."
That's so funny.
It
man.
was the weirdest.
Yeah,
thing.
I was actually supposed to hang out with him before I came today, but we couldn't make it work. But but yeah, he was all in because he wrote a lot of the songs on the last Aquabats album. A lot of people don't know that, but he's just been doing music, and so we had a good time. And then we had booked a couple shows, and everything was happening. And then COVID happened, and
they
all the
canceled
shows
the
got
shows.
canceled, and I mean everything got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was like a thing of where like Jake, our drummer, and Matt. Gorney. Their careers are music. So basically, during the pandemic, they were just broke. So it was like when things started to open up again, like all they needed to focus on was gigs,
Right.
not like a reunion.
Sure.
So that kind of pushed it all back. And then I don't know you guys heard Jake got really sick, and it was like in the ICU, and it wasn't COVID, but it was, I forget what it was. It was some kind of organ failure, and
No.
we thought it was done. He was done, so that was scary. But now he's back to playing, and so
good.
Awesome.
we're kind of softly talking about it again. We'll see. Who knows,
There
guys?
will be a day,
That would be so
and
cool.
we'll be there. When that
Yeah, we
happens.
will.
We'll be there that
It
day.
would be fun. Honestly, we were like, who would even come anymore? Because it's going to be like 30 people.
We'll put the call out on
that's
this
fine.
show.
You know, I honestly
Yeah.
think that if we tell people,
Fuck yeah.
our fans love Bad Credit, so they will go.
Well, I think when we were talking about it, I think I texted one of you and said, "Hey, can we play game days?"
Yes.
Oh my
And we wanted to make it work, but then and then we were going to go on a tour with the Aquabats, so a short little tour with the Aquabats.
Oh my God, the Bad Credit.
I would've- oh
if
my
it
God, I
was
would've
you
loved
guys
that.
again together, that'd been sick.
I mean, there was going to be a West Coast leg of it where we were going to do it, but it was that everything was happening, and then it all fell apart.
fucking COVID, man.
So
That's a cool.
blame Fauci. That's what I say. Blame Fauci.
God
Well,
blame
we
someone.
usually do. Yeah, we do that. That's
Do it a
typically
lot.
our kind of our thing.
But in the meantime, buy my new album, Stories to Drink To.
Yeah.
It's on Apple Music right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, have we kicked Bo Burnham's ass yet? Or what's the latest on
Yeah,
that?
is
should we
Bo
do
still
an
around,
update?
or is he
Sorry.
retired finally?
Yeah.
I'm doing an update.
Let's see.
I just want to see
Get
a
outside,
tweet
Bo.
from Bo Burnham saying "fuck." And
Touch
that's it.
grass, you Bo
No,
motherfucker.
I'm still number 2, guys.
God.
And Weird Al still number 3, and Bargatze still number 4.
Okay,
That's
but
okay.
Come on,
those-
everybody, work harder. Let's go.
Rodney Dangerfield's number 8, and the album is
Wow.
called No Respect, and I guess that makes sense.
Posthumous.
You know who replaced me at number 10, though?
Who?
Who's that?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, finally.
Kind of feels good to beat Larry the Cable Guy, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Go buy it. Get me
This
to
is
number
like Mike
1.
Tyson's Punch Out. You're just working your way up the
Working
list.
my way up,
Dude.
man.
Larry the
Tyson's-
Cable Guy's like Joe Flamingo or
Yeah,
whatever.
Don Flamenco.
And Bo Burnham obviously is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's Tyson.
Obviously,
Yeah.
he's very
Mr.
quick. Very
Or
helpful.
later on, Mr. Dream, when they got rid of Tyson.
But oddly enough, he looks like Glass Joe.
Yes.
How about
he
that?
does.
Looks like Glass Joe.
Interesting.
Talking about rough crowds, though, I did want to say one of my favorite rough crowd moments that I've ever been around or involved in, whatever. Dallas is. I probably mentioned this on a past show you were on, so forgive me, but I went with Garrett to see MC Chris back in
Oh, God.
2006.
At the garage.
And you opened for them with Bad Credit.
Yeah,
And no. This show, we went again at
this-
at Soma, I believe.
Yeah, this was at Soma.
oh, this is home, not the
we're-
garage.
And
show.
that crowd did not want to hear Bad Credit and made it very clear.
Uh-oh.
I had personal investment in Bad Credit. I obviously knew Dallas and was just a fan of their music. So I was actually, my feelings were a little hurt right when it started, where they were all just like, just get MC Chris out of here. What the fuck is this? There was a lot of that all around. And I was like, no, what are they doing? I love Bad. What is this?
Yeah.
And Dallas, I will speak for him here.
Thank you.
Sensed that energy immediately and only antagonized them further. And when they came out, they were you came out and you guys adjusted the microphones.
I remember
and
that.
we're doing it so much, and they were going just get on with it. And then I think you heard that and went, oh yeah, no, we'll get on with it. And you raised it as high as it could go.
All of
and
the
then
mic
did it for
stands.
all the microphones. And so for then you're rapping, you were jumping up. Here's what I know for the De La Soul. I mean, you were just jumping up to the mic, and they were all like, "Yo, fuck these guys."
I remember that.
What, this isn't funny. What the fuck? It was so
I
funny.
can be completely honest in saying I don't remember any of that.
I forgot until
But
Rocket
that
just
is
told that.
because we drink a lot. But that was great. You know what's funny about that is that I don't remember how that show went at all. All I remember is at the end of the night, we went and we were in the green room. And back then you could see that old side stage
Yeah.
from the green room
Yes.
that you're in.
Yeah.
And we watched MC Chris. I didn't care for it. It wasn't my thing. It was the same thing as like MC Lars or MC Paul Barnum or all those guys,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
kind of nerd rock that was
Yeah.
like, yeah, they can have it. It just to me, it's, ugh. But like he was really, really nice. And at the end of the night, he was like, dude, we should like go on tour together. Like him and Gorney were like talking about collabing and stuff.
Oh, wow.
On albums. And like, that's what's really funny is like, yeah, that show, the crowd didn't like us, but he like loved us.
Well, that's cool.
But that's what happens, man. I remember one time we played a show at a place called Alex's Bar in Huntington, which is like a notorious punk bar, like notorious punk bar. and like we went and it was us and who's that crazy loud band? Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's some
Skull-like.
other. There's maybe like Total Chaos was playing. Like they were headlining.
Yeah.
Like we had no business being on the show, but they put us on the show, and I cannot tell you how angry the crowd was that we played. But all we did was like same thing as we normally did, just made it worse.
Yeah.
And like my guitar player Dave, like Methodist man, he grabbed me and he was like, dude, come on, man, you're gonna get in a fight. And I was like, rad. And so Gordy and I were like swinging the mics at people, like trying
my
to hit
God.
people with the mics and stuff. And we were like throwing beer cans at people.
Wow.
And then in the bathroom, we got into like a fight with somebody, but then Jake came in and like threw him against the wall and it was over.
Whoa.
But that's like fun.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's
It's like a Roadhouse show.
I was in my
Times.
20s. I could
Yeah, you
get
can
away
fuck-
with it. You know?
I remember I saw the Moldy Peaches open up for the Strokes way. I mean, this is like 2000 or whatever. But the same kind of thing where the crowd fucking hated them. And by the end, they're both laying on the stage and just singing like couldn't have given less of a shit.
Yeah.
And like they were being booed so loud you could barely hear the music. And I was with my friend being like, this fucking rules. Like I love
Yeah.
this band.
Same thing happens when I went with you to see the Strokes and Eagles of Death Metal open for them.
Yeah.
Same thing. Crowd was so mad and they knew it and they were just, we're having a good time tonight, aren't we? Yeah. You're not the Beatles.
I went and saw Bad Religion right before the pandemic, and there was some weird band that opened for them. It was almost like an Everclear type band. Like literally had no reason to be on that bill. But I mean, obviously they were asked to be. So like Bad Religion liked them because they were on the tour. And but it was just such a weird mix. People were so angry.
Yeah.
And the lead singer literally at some point just goes, you know what? Fuck you. You start a fucking band. And I was like, that's great. You know what?
Yeah.
I just like these guys now.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. Like,
That's what I was going to ask. If what's like the weirdest opener you ever saw? Because I still think about, I mentioned it before, but I saw Kiss not that long ago and they had a painter. Like they had a guy who would just, he was like he'd play rock music and just throw paint at a wall. And you think like, oh, he's just causing a mess. But then, he turns it upside down. Oh, it's John Lennon. That's John Lennon. I was enjoying that. And everyone there was like, get the fuck off the stage. What is
Painters, rock and roll.
the weirdest
Painter
lineup.
have groupies?
No.
Probably.
Painter.
He paints
Maybe.
them.
I don't know. He's a good
Chick's like,
painter.
that
Paint
fucking
me.
rock and roll painter. I'm gonna fuck him backstage.
Paint me like your French ladies.
He's hot.
The weirdest lineup.
the paint on the ladies.
The weirdest lineup I've ever seen in my entire life was Cake at House of Blues. By the way, if you can ever see Cake live, don't.
Really?
I've
You
seen
ever have
Cake
the
live.
opportunity to not see
Because
Cake. Take it.
I like Cake.
Yeah.
And they don't care about a show at all. They sound
Really?
so utterly perfect that you're like, why am I around a bunch of sweaty people who are drunk and yelling when I could just be listening to this insanely perfect version
On the
anywhere
album.
else?
Yeah, even I saw them back at Street Scene back in the day when it was like the kids' day because I couldn't go during the other time when it was like Sunday only kids could go because I was so young. But yeah, they even had that little like rattlesnake sound, whatever they use. Like it was perfect. You're
They
right.
sound perfect, and the singer McRae, I forget his first name. He every time I've seen them now 3 times. Once was only intentional. The other 2 times they had like played a show I was at for some reason, and every time he got pissed off at the sound guy and threatened to walk off stage every single time.
Fun.
unless the
Sexy and
sound guy
dancing.
got it right. But anyway, they were headlining.
Okay.
The Eugene Merman opened the show, who's a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Very funny stand-up comic. Eugene Merman. After Eugene Merman was Gogo Bordello,
Wow.
right? Then Tegan and Sarah.
What?
This is the weirdest lineup.
Then Cake.
Wow.
And
what a show.
You know what's crazy is Tegan and Sarah terrible.
Really?
I mean, why? Like, I don't ever need to see that
I'm gonna
live.
be mad you said
They're
that.
walking with the ghost. That's their song, right?
The,
Their
the
one song.
album, like, it's one of those things where it's like, album, I can drive, good driving music. Really like Tegan and Sarah to drive to, but seeing them live, they were really weird. Really weird after Gogo Bordello, which is like one of the great live shows you'll ever see. And then like they put on like a carnival basically on stage, and then just Tegan and Sarah come out. And the best part about it was there was these 2 guys who looked like they were Tegan and Sarah in the front while Gogo Bordello was playing. And just like you were saying, they were crossed arms, just staring up at Gogo Bordello. They couldn't have been more angry. And then they started to flip off Gogo Bordello like it was their fault that they were playing the show.
They're like,
It was
"Nah,
so weird. It was very
I'm
strange.
not into this gypsy stuff. I don't know.
I don't like the gypsies.
Give me my Tegan.
But it was so weird. It was just like everybody was all excited, and then Tegan and Tara came out, and you're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
okay.
I
And
guess,
then
what are you
cake
going to do
and-
to that? Yeah, you're just going to sit there.
It's interesting when they have a non-musical opener, like you talked about the stand-up, and I always think back to like Bobcat Goldthwait opening for like Nirvana in the '90s, and thinking
like
how
a thing.
that was a thing where stand-ups would get destroyed opening for a band because no one wanted to see the stand-up.
I saw Weird Al when I was a kid, and he has a thing where he's like, I don't really want people to get like music before my show. Like,
Oh.
Right?
like if we have to have an opener, I'll have a stand up. That way it's like something, but I don't want to like, no, the music starts when I get there. Like, I don't want to.
Okay.
So I saw Weird Al as a kid, and they opened with, oh, this is a new guy, new comedian, local comedian, Gabriel Iglesias. Oh, like he was seriously, no one had heard of
Fluffy?
him back then. He was like a kid.
Wow.
Well, that's
And,
just too much Hawaiian shirts, though, when you
Yeah.
think about it.
I did see it. Yeah, that's
a lot.
true.
They had to pull him aside. Hey, we're trying to do a Hawaiian shirt thing.
in the green room, he's like,
Yeah,
could you not?
Too much.
There's going to be confusion. They're not going to know who's who.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen UHF, but I kind of already do the Hawaiian shirt thing. And, well, all this to say, if you guys need a stand-up to open for your next tour,
I think that
Okay.
works.
I'll call Nate Bargatze and see
Okay,
if he
thank
can
you.
do
Yeah,
it.
call
yeah,
Nate.
yeah, I'll,
Yeah.
be, I'll,
Sounds
I'm,
good.
I'll be
Well,
busy.
I don't know. We go to some pretty far away cities. Tampa,
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, we've been there.
yeah. Asheville, North Carolina.
Yes, right.
You sure you want to play there?
You know what? I've already played Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh my
No,
god.
no, I never been there. No, I never
I was
played there.
excited.
We went to Richmond, Virginia.
I have played there.
That place.
That's actually a fun city, I think.
Nah. They
didn't like it?
They didn't like us.
It's been years.
No, that was fine, actually.
I haven't been. I haven't been there in a decade.
We went to Pittsburgh. Blech.
Pittsburgh was a weird vibe.
Pittsburgh is a weird city.
It was fucking
Actually,
awesome.
show.
can I be? I had no problem with Pittsburgh. You're cool in my book.
No, the crowd was fine.
I love
Just the city
Pittsburgh.
was kind of weird.
The show
I
was
felt like
great.
everybody
before
else
the show,
hated
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Nah, the surrounding city was weird, but
It was
the
like a
crowd
ghost
was
town.
Nice.
But you know what? I feel like it's such a weird thing because you see like 3 blocks of a city, and then that's my Pittsburgh's weird. It's like I saw a weird
Yeah.
3 blocks.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
Yeah,
like
we saw a
good
really low budget motel and judged
Yeah.
all of Pittsburgh.
There's
off
just
of it.
not a lot to do in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is, they call it the Steel City because it's like literally, it was factories.
It was a
That's-
lot of
bridges.
industrial
It was
just
that,
everywhere.
yeah, but
It
they,
was beautiful, but there was just no people and nothing to do.
yeah, I mean, everybody, that's what I think and I think Pittsburgh is bitter because Philadelphia is like so notorious. And so they're like, oh, well, we're
Philadelphia's
not
cool.
Philadelphia.
Chicago was cool.
Yeah.
Chicago's a great town.
Yeah.
Where'd you
was
guys play in
fantastic.
Chicago?
It was a big venue. It was one of the bigger
Was
ones.
the Chicago one? That wasn't the church. What was
No,
Chicago?
That was Philly.
That was Philly.
I don't remember.
That's all right. I was
forgot
played
the
a few
name.
places in
Shea
Chicago.
Stadium or
Shea
something
Stadium.
like that, yeah.
It's a good
Like that,
stadium.
something like
That's
that.
a good statement.
Shea Stadium. It's in
Johnny-
New York. Yeah.
Where did we play in Chicago?
Nah.
Look it up on
Nah,
my
it doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm over it now.
Yeah,
I don't
me
really
too.
want to know anymore. Yeah. Shea Stadium.
All I,
Bottom. I knew it was bottom something.
No, you
I
didn't.
haven't been there.
all I was gonna say about Cake was Sean and I were set to see them live once in like 2006, I think.
We
We were
were?
going to. We were in a
don't
difficult.
remember?
No.
We were in a
Oh.
difficult phase. I'll tell you all about it. We were in a difficult phase
Oh my god.
in
You
Mega64's
guys are
life.
fighting.
No, actually, well, maybe. Who's to say who was whose friend? Because we were in a difficult phase. We were helping film. I think time enough has passed. I could talk about this.
I have no idea what you're talking
We were in a phase where we were helping film a series of poker videos for our friend,
That's right.
about. Yeah.
Dave
our
Foley?
friend Kevin, and IGN.
yeah.
It was the series called Bill Filmath
Secret system.
Secret System. Bill Filmath Secret System. It was a poker video series.
I remember filming those videos.
And we filmed one, and it went over well, I guess. So they were like, "Can you help do another one?" Sure. And didn't get paid very much to do it, but we liked them, and Kevin over there was a good friend of ours and helped us out a lot. So it was like, yeah, dude, anytime, this is fun. But we did a second one, and like the mic didn't work or something. Something happened where the
Oh,
equipment
yeah.
failed. So they used that as like, oh, you owe us another video then, to make up for that. But then they did that like 10 more times. It was like, you fucked up the audio that one time. So we did I felt like it was like 10 more videos where it was like, when have we paid our penance for the broken
When are we
microphone?
free?
We've done like 10 more videos. And there was one day where Cake was playing live, and it was like, shit, we have to film that thing for them. But we'll film it quick. It'll be fine. And they wanted so many takes. It was like a poker game where I think he played every character or multiple characters, something like that, where it was like, we did everything. Cool. Let's go to the Cake concert. And he's like, no, I have to do every take as these other characters too. And I remember we looked at each other like, cool, we just missed Cake.
Weird that
no
show
Cake.
didn't last.
Yeah, no Cake for us.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
Cake was playing at like the Del Mar Fair
Yeah.
for free or something.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
is
all
it-
come
I-
back to
We had to
this.
get back to San Diego.
Probably one of those 91X shows. They
Yeah.
did that
Yeah.
racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thought we had plenty of time. And then it was like, no, I have to do a take and as every character.
And we never
And then
saw
I
it.
think at one point he wanted me to play a character with a fake mustache.
This is all I remember from those videos.
And then he couldn't find a fake mustache. And I just wanted to get out of there so bad. I was like, look, I'm going to do something. It'll be funny. Just go with it. And I taped, we had gotten food earlier. I taped a French fry.
McDonald's French
This is all I remember from those
I
videos.
taped French fries to my face as if it was a mustache and said, go, roll it.
That was a problem.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you could see the look on his face like, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, let's record this. And I'm like, I know he doesn't like this, but we don't have the mustache and we have to leave. Let's just do it. And yeah, and there was a sense of like, Rocco, he's not going to use this footage. And I'm like, film it. Here we go. We don't have a fake mustache. Go. Hello, I'm the poker master or whatever it was. Hello. And then yeah, sure enough, it was like, how come that video didn't come out? Well, yeah, you have a mustache or a French fry taped to your face.
Taped to your lip.
See, that's the kind of substitute thing we would do in Mega64. Like, hey, we don't have this. Fuck it. We would do something weird like that, but they did not feel the same way.
I saw that footage though, so it had to have come out.
He put it out as like a deleted scene
On
or
the
something.
DVD.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
video was so stupid. A character who had a mustache taped to their lip is just as good as a fake mustache.
That's
Like,
how
who
I felt. I'm
cares?
like, let it be weird. Let it be weird.
Fake mustache isn't going to look like a real mustache.
But he just got quiet after that. I remember he was just like,
Do you guys want to film poker videos where we all just have different levels of a French fry mustache?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a French fry beards?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a curly fry.
Yeah, I'm
wall.
gonna make a hipster with a curly fry.
Waffle fries on the side.
like
Like
mutton
for side.
chops.
Yeah,
That
mutton
was-
chops. Yeah.
but that was at
Tater
the same
tots
time.
like down by your chin.
But I remember that was around the same time. You know, I remember we were working on our version 2 DVD, and I remember we did the scene in the villain's headquarters. And I remember the guy helping us film was like, "There's nothing on the walls here. Like it's such a barren set that it's kind of a bummer. You don't have." He really wanted us to put like a big flag,
Yeah.
or like an American flag or something. It was like, no, we don't have that. We don't want to buy all this stuff. So we just hung a pair of pants to the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody who's a Mega64 fan knows about the pants.
yeah, you hang the jeans on the wall, and that remember he was like, "Why the fuck are you putting pants
He
on
was
the wall?"
pissed.
And it was like, because that's exactly why. Let people go like, "Why the fuck?"
We
are
had
they
a
hanging
director
up
of
a pair
photography come from
pants?
LA to help us film an episode, and he almost quit when our set decoration was a pair of jeans hanging from a hanger on the
Don't you
wall.
love-
Didn't come for good
It
enough.
wasn't even hanging on a hanger. We stapled it to the wall, like it was nailed to the wall.
He was pissed.
Don't you love when you like meet people who are like industry people and they're like, well, we can't do it that way. And you're like, why not? And they're like, because that's just not the way it's done. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah, but it's
And,
done
There was a
that
lot of that on that.
yeah,
on
that's
that
the
shoot.
best part. I love doing that now. People are like, well, we can't, like, we'll do a shoot. And they're like, well, how are we going to even do that? I'm like, well, we'll just go do it. And I'm like, yeah, but we'll need to go do this and that. And I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah.
why are we wasting so much time? Like, well, you need to get stuff set up. And I'm like, pfft. Like, what are you doing? What kind of world do you live in?
I brought this up a million times before, but one of the best episodes of Lost they ever did was some guy, he's like flipping between different points in time. Like his mind is untethered from time and he's going back and they were like, yeah, just cut like mid-set, like just cut in the middle of a sentence and he's somewhere else. Or cut, and their editor like fought him on it. They were like, you don't cut in the middle of a sentence. It's like, but
That's
that
so funny.
this is a thing that's happening to him. You just don't do that.
Well, why don't
this
you
is
do
the
it?
plot of the
You're fired. Move over.
yeah, it's like, get off the computer. Let me
Yeah.
sit there.
Never seen one episode of Lost.
Well, now I spoiled it.
Never seen one
Someone
episode.
cuts in.
Yeah.
I heard there was a polar bear and I stopped watching.
They were dead the whole time.
No, they weren't.
Oh man.
Wait,
They
weren't
were.
there? Now, hold
well,
on.
watch the last episode.
From
it's
what I
a
understand,
funeral.
Season 6 was just a Weezer musical, right?
Don't even
What?
get into season 6.
Hurley, right? Wasn't there a
Oh,
Hurley
yeah.
musical?
Oh my
They
god.
named an album after him. and
Season
just put
6
him on
is
the
all
cover.
made up. It's in the fucking head of the guy.
I don't know. You gotta love a show where the writers admitted that after the first season they didn't know what they were doing. You gotta
Exactly.
love a show.
One
like
of
that.
the
didn't happen
best
either.
shows ever. I love that show, and I say it's great. Even
Oh,
season
I
6
remember.
is great.
I've known you guys as Love Lost for a long time, and that's
Sorry, I brought
adorable.
it up, everyone.
I
It's an
rewatched it
abusive
even,
relationship.
and it's
I like it, but
I rewatched it because like I don't know, and then like oh no, it's fucking great. It's
good.
Yeah.
Do you remember like a Comic-Con during Lost? How like there was just Dharma Initiative shit everywhere.
Yes.
Like you couldn't get
Yeah.
away
I
from
would,
it.
like, hoard
that
it all.
That was, and like no one talks about it now. Like
There was
nobody
an AR game, right?
ever talks
Or
about
it wasn't AR. It was.
I had a card.
an era
What do you
one.
call them?
ARG, alternate
ARG,
reality
it's like an
game.
era. It was
It
like
an
the
era.
oddies.
People have Dharma, that whatever that logo is. They have like tattoos of that logo.
Yeah.
It's
I
it's
know.
insane.
After
Where is
that
it now?
went away, I kind of feel like maybe like Game of Thrones kind of became the show.
It was
that was all
no, it was
over.
Dexter for a
Dexter.
while.
Well,
and
they
then-
forced that. I
Yeah.
feel like that was like Showtime was trying to put Dexter on everything.
and Nurse Jackie. Ugh.
Yeah, that was just Showtime
Wow.
paying for a lot of
Mad
ad
Men,
space.
was it
Are you
Mad
sure
Men?
these were
Breaking
the hot
Bad.
shows?
Breaking Bad.
That's
kinda
what I'm
took the
saying.
mantle.
Nurse Jackie.
No, that was Showtime was paying to be on everyone's bag and everyone's lanyard, but that wasn't like a thing
Oh
organically.
yeah, you're talking
happening.
about Comic-Con. Yeah. Dexter was everywhere at Comic-Con. I remember that Dexter, and then what was that? Forget it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember.
It was one
There
of those
is
good ones.
there's a spot, Dallas, like right next to the Ten Fish, where there's always like I think NBC always gets a show.
Yeah.
a big thing for a show. There's always a line for it at Comic Con.
in the gas lamp. You're talking.
yeah, there's like an interactive thing. It's always thing, and that is like the cursed spot. If you have your show there, it's going to get canceled. Even in November,
Yeah.
we had the shitty. I don't know what you call it, like half Comic Con, whatever that was. They had a thing for the show La Brea. And it's like, oh, that show's fucked. And then is that on? Like, what happened to that
Do you
show? La
remember,
Brea?
that reminds me like remember Heroes? Remember
Yeah.
the show
Yeah.
Heroes?
Save
Where,
the cheerleader, save the world.
nobody could stop talking about it for like
Yeah.
a season.
One season.
One season,
Yeah.
and then I heard it.
And then they didn't even get an ending. It just got canceled.
Oh, really?
They did bring it back later.
Oh,
like,
they did?
we're gonna do a little revival to the fans want it. We're gonna do it, and that got canceled.
yeah.
So it really never got an ending.
I don't know. I don't know how it wrapped up.
I had some friends that were way into that, and they were so disappointed.
Turns out the heroes were faking it.
Yeah.
They were villains.
Yeah.
No,
that was the last thing George
that same
Takei actually did.
Twist.
that same area you were talking about, Sean.
Yeah.
I remember there was a movie there in that spot once. It wasn't all. Usually it's a bad TV show.
Yeah.
but one time it was a movie, and it was the Total Recall remake with Colin Farrell. So
Yeah.
still
It's a
stands to your
cursed
point.
spot. Never put shit there.
There was.
Don't
I remember
promote
one.
something there.
I know what spot you're talking about. I remember one time they did this like big poster for this poker show that was on IGN, and it was over. It was in that same
right there.
Tin Fish spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
knew
the
it was
dude with
cursed.
a
Yeah,
French fry.
you-
tail.
I was like, had a
wanna
French
be
fry
there.
mustache. It was a mess. It was a mess. You
And
knew
people
it wasn't
wait
gonna
in line outside in the sun
Instantly
for that to go through that thing like all day, and it's like you're wasting your time because this won't be a thing in 4 months.
Can
like,
we talk
stop.
about the people who died at Comic-Con? Do you remember that?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Harry Potter panel or whatever?
Oh, they died
Yeah,
of
the woman who
dehydration.
died at Comic-Con
Did
trying
it-
to get into
I-
a Harry Potter panel.
I
Well,
thought it was
that-
the Twilight
I don't
panel.
remember
Was
that.
it
What a
Harry
way to
Potter?
go.
No, well, those both happened.
We're
There
conflating.
was-
More than one.
There was sitting at someone
Yeah, get a load
took
of
someone's
this.
seat in I think it was the Harry Potter.
Well, that was
panel.
the stabbing, from what I
yeah, that was someone got
someone
stabbed in
was
the
stabbed?
eye
With
in
a
the
pencil.
eye
with a pencil.
with a pencil,
And they died?
No.
No.
I don't know if
Oh.
I don't think they died.
They survived.
but their eye was fucked.
Yeah, and then someone died outside the Twilight panel because the line got so out of control, and I think someone was like going further into the street, and
Yeah.
then they got hit or something.
It was like an older lady. got
Yeah.
hit by a car. And
You
died.
know, back to the eye stabbing.
Yeah.
Just the thought of stabbing a person anywhere is like gross to me. Obviously, like that's like ooh. But like, can you imagine how angry you have to be to stab somebody in the eyeball? Like that is like fucking psycho.
Well, have you
shit.
ever had the opportunity to see Kenneth Branagh talk about his role as fucking
Cedric Diggory or
No,
something.
Or Sna- or what
Sir
is his
the
name?
Gadabodabo?
I have not had that.
Gilderoy
opportunity.
Lockhart?
Gilderoy
Lockhart,
Lockhart. Yeah, no, I haven't seen
greatest
that.
Well, if you haven't had that
Shakespearean
opportunity,
Was it worth
you
it?
wouldn't know what it's like.
They
to
took
stab
my
somebody.
chair and I have to stab. Like I don't truly don't want to do it because I just don't want to see what would happen. And that like the idea grosses me out so much. I don't know what was going to happen with that eye. Yuck. Like
I just don't understand movie panels in general.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to see?
Not the
Wait
movie.
a second.
I haven't been
Wait
in
a
the Hall H
second.
in a
Hold
bit.
on a second.
Yeah.
Can I interject? You know what my dad does for a living?
I know what he does. Yes,
He makes fake eyes.
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He-
Oh my God.
He probably has the patient.
Oh my God, he does.
Person who got their eye stabbed out.
Because how many people make fake eyes in San Diego? Probably just
Like
your dad.
two. It's
Yeah.
like my dad and one other. I think it's just my dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my dad
You have to ask him.
if he has a patient
I
who
did not know
who
that your
lost
dad
their
made-
eye at Comic-Con.
yeah. Hey,
Fake
Dad,
eyes,
did
that's
you walk
incredible.
in? There's a lady with a pencil in her eye. Can you let me know?
Yeah, he's an
Was she wearing?
ocularist.
Was she a Slytherin?
Yeah. What house was she
We'll
from?
find
Did
out.
she have a cape on?
My dad, he's
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
only people in Southern California who does
We
that.
got to get an update.
3.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
That's
I didn't know
crazy.
that.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I really wonder.
Dad, have you
I'm
ever had a
gonna find
muggle
out.
come into your office with a pencil sticking
Yeah.
out of her eye?
What? Yeah. Did they say what house they belong to when they came in?
When the pencil was in the eye, I wonder if like when they looked around, it would like move.
Yeah, gross. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
I have a feeling they weren't
Probably.
really just sitting there looking around. They probably
I blink a lot if I got something in my
I
eye.
wonder if he wrote him like a scary note, like you just did that.
Yeah,
you're,
just-
you're not gonna forget that.
Leave it in and sharpen the back.
Yeah.
You know, stab him back with a headbutt.
Oh yeah. I guess I was picturing him getting stabbed with the.
Yeah, I
eraser.
can imagine the eraser wasn't first. Probably the
But
lead
maybe
part.
you would. Like, I don't want to be lethal, but I am gonna stab you.
It could have
I
been one of those
gotcha.
double-sided pencils where it was a pencil on
yeah.
both sides and there was no.
Could be one of those. It was definitely a yikes pencil.
Yikes. You know what
Some people might get that.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not one of them.
Stay away from Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was at like the peak of Comic-Con is still big, obviously, and it still sells out. I mean, maybe
Not this year.
this. Yeah, currently.
Well,
Well, they say they're doing it this summer, but that was definitely the peak of when it was like the craziest. You know what I mean? Like when it was like.
remember there was that like
this is-
zombie thing where they had like a zombie and like they got
Zombie
hit
walk?
by cars.
zombie.
Oh,
So
I hated zombie walks.
Because
Yeah.
like you hear about it and you're like, oh, this person ran into a bunch of people at Comic-Con because they're walking around, how terrible. And then you hear what they were doing and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah,
they
but
kinda
it's like,
deserved it. They
I'm
kinda-
siding with them.
they
honestly.
surrounded a car and scared the shit
hey,
out
that
of them.
was that. There were people.
Yeah, right.
There were people who felt.
Scared the shit out of
It was a kid. There was kids in the car, little kids in the car.
Yeah.
And the dad was like telling them to move and they wouldn't do anything. And the kids were screaming and crying. So I don't blame him at
Dad,
all.
it was one of those situations where the dad announced very confidently, "I am in fear of my life." And then just,
The
I mean, I
dad
hope
was
so.
deaf. The dad was deaf.
That was the
and says he didn't
situation.
know what was happening. And then
Well, would
you
you?
can't legally drive if you're
Well,
deaf. What's going
he
on
started rolling
here?
up. He started rolling up to the stop. They weren't. He didn't know what was going on. He says.
This is
Then
why
he-
you can't let
he
deaf
rolled
people,
up and
well, I'm going to stop
Deaf
before I say
people,
something
yeah.
offensive.
well,
Not
he
all
rolled.
deaf people.
He rolled up further, and then they all started yelling at him like, "Hey, buddy!" And then they jumped on the hood of his car.
Fuck that.
See, that's
I'm
what
on
I saw in the
dad's
video,
side.
and then I'm like, once they
No.
jumped on my
Hey.
car, I would drive.
Wait a second. It's Comic-Con.
I know that's the thing.
All
That's the
downtown
thing,
is
guys.
Comic-Con zone.
Yeah.
So
You know
if
what,
you're
though?
down there,
It's
you
your
could
fault
have-
if zombies jump on your car. It's your fault.
Listen, if you're in Comic-Con zone downtown San Diego and zombies jump on your car, you're supposed to wait for like Batman to swing in and rescue you. It's Comic-Con
That's
zone.
true. Now you're right. They could have missed out on a fantastic little
Yeah.
show. on the
Show.
street.
all kinds of
Yeah,
crazy
they
shit
could have missed
happen.
out.
You don't just start killing people.
It
There
was
is
a
a-
You're
flash
in the
mob.
Comic-Con
I
area.
don't think anybody died.
Luckily.
No,
Well, they were already dead.
Some people
They
were
were
zombies.
zombies. They were zombies.
They were
Yeah.
undead.
You're funny.
There's a
I can see
thing-
why you're
Go
number
buy my
two.
album, Rough Draft, Stories to Drink To. Let's take Bo Burnham down.
Yes.
There's a thing at Comic Con that people get confused with like cosplaying, and then when they role play, and that's what that zombie thing was. It's like, oh, I'm a zombie, and I'm gonna like roar. It's
Yeah,
like,
somebody
you're-
got
that's
confused. The
fucking-
driver of the car.
Whenever we get to like
they
Comic
weren't real
Con,
zombies.
and the Joker shows up to our booth, and he's
yeah.
pretending to be the Joker, it's like, all right, get out of here.
Wait,
like
Sean,
I can't. I
it's
can't
only
hang with
certain
this.
cosplayers go fully in.
You
It's
guys,
like
I
Deadpool.
don't like it.
The driver said he was in fear of his life
Yeah.
from the zombies.
Yes.
He's the one who got confused.
Yeah.
well,
They weren't actually going to kill him.
But they're
You
on the
didn't know
hood of
that?
his
How would he know?
car. Fuck that.
Well, here's also another thing, though, too, to talk about the role playing thing. I did a video one time when you guys were there, and I had a video camera, and all I was doing was filming people who were in full cosplay,
Yeah.
but then taking out their phones because I thought it was really
Yeah.
funny to like
Yeah.
see Indiana Jones like reach into his knapsack and pull out a phone and get on it, or like Batman pull a phone out of his utility belt. That was hilarious to me. I think YouTube took it down, but it was a lot of copyright infringement. But that's my favorite thing is when people go full bore.
Yeah.
And then there's just that one thing that
it's
takes them completely out of it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Little
You're
peek
wasting
behind
your
the
time.
In this case, it was a car.
You're
Took him
wasting.
out of it.
Yeah, a car took them right out of. They were they were role playing
No.
Walking Dead, and they nailed it. Really,
Yeah.
Because they were in fact Walking Dead.
They were walking. Dead.
Oh no!
You know what? The father was probably just a big Dead Rising fan. He wanted that zombie genocider
Yeah.
achievement.
What's to say he wasn't role playing?
Platinum.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he was
Yeah,
role playing.
Did you guys ever
role-playing.
get that achievement? That was like the hardest
No.
one.
Yes, it took me forever, but that's one of
Forever.
the only times in any video game where I actually worked to get an achievement. Normally, I don't really care about achievements or
I
trophies.
wanted it.
But that one was like, that's the top one. And I think you got like a Mega Buster gun.
You did, yeah.
For doing it. So I was like, yep, I'm just going to run over zombies every day. I'm done with work.
We're gonna talk video games.
We can.
I'd love to.
I was going to ask, how long do you guys usually go?
Oh,
3 hours.
you're locked in, Dallas.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, no.
I'll call your wife. Tell her
No,
to
I'm
be
gonna-
late.
Included hour 1.
Is it really 3 hours? You guys
No,
go do 3 hours?
I would say hour to hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
The main podcast is that. And then sometimes we'll do a little after show, talk with the
And that's
chat,
like that's
stuff.
loose though. You're welcome to leave whenever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, no, I'll leave whenever I want, as is.
That's
I
true.
don't think there's.
It's a good point.
For right now, though,
That seemed like a weird.
I like that.
I wanted to pause for
I'm
a
locked
minute.
into Garrett though. I can't get around Garrett.
It's true.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I wanted to well, first of all, I want to pause for the first order of business. The court found the driver guilty. The second pause.
Thank you.
Did they really?
I feel
Pause.
vindicated.
Do you know that for real?
Yes, that
I
happened.
feel vindicated.
I'm gonna Google
This
it.
guy was in Comic-Con zone.
How long
hunting
when I
zombies.
saw people jumping on his car and then he sped off. That's the only part of the video that was available to me. I was like, well, after attacking his car, sped off. But what I think is there might have been something before that where he was like inching through the crowd when it was like, you
He
shouldn't be
saw
doing
them
that.
from a mile away. And he's like, I fucking hate these fucking Comic-Con nerds. I'm going to go down there and give them a piece of this. And then he slowly drove into the masses.
Well,
I'm just trying to see what
That's a lot to
result
sign
was.
while
Well-
you're driving.
anyway, he found guilty, but and now what else did they find? Who else was guilty? Us.
Oh,
Guilty for giving you great deals. And we're going to do it right now. Guilty as charged.
okay.
Our friends at Tenga have sponsored this podcast. And, sometimes you feel bad driving through a crowd at Comic-Con. So don't do that. But I'll tell you what'll make you feel good. All the products at Tenga. If you're 18 and up, you can enjoy a festive plethora of items that they have for
Yeah.
your pleasure.
If you're under 18, you got to get your mom to buy this for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to mom about it. Just show her this. She'll get it. Anyway, we have a special link below. Click it if you're interested in a Tenga product and use the offer code Mega64. You're going to get 15% off your order and they're going to know where you came from and we'll know where you'll come to later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Tenga in the link below. And then go to shop.mega64.com for all the rest because we got some great stuff as well.
Yeah, you're probably going to need some cloths to clean up with. We got great shirts.
You're going to need a whole new
available.
wardrobe. Yeah. You're going to need a new non-spackled wardrobe. We got it for you. This last Friday, we did a little Valentine's Day special. All of our hell-related clothing items went up for a limited time only.
Yeah.
Whatever we have left. It's just some leftover stock from our Halloween stuff last year. But, man, we have the Hell sweatshirt available now. I love that sweatshirt. I wear it all the time. Not to church, but,
It's a good
I
design.
wear it to church.
Okay, Sean's he's a
I don't
little
go to
wild,
church, but I walk in just to let them see
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what.
wearing.
Oh, same. Yeah.
I
just
say,
kinda
I walk in and
circle.
go, what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a problem. I mean, they talk about hell in that book a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You guys think making fun of church is funny?
I don't know.
Laugh now.
Okay.
Laugh now, burn later. Well, anyway, we got the Hell sweatshirt. We got the Hitchhiker shirt. We got the Halloween shirt. We got, anyway. Oh, we have a 64-hour special. We always like to do one every Sunday. And we have some leftover stock, limited time only, of the Dickie Peeper shirt and the Mr. Galuber
yes.
Oh,
shirt.
man.
They're both back.
Those, but they're just limited first come, first serve. So if you wanted one of those,
What? Wait, didn't one of these shirts get on a famous show?
yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. We never talked about it.
Yeah. Wait, where was it? I can't remember. Was it?
Tim and Eric did a lot.
yeah.
Tim and Eric did they did a live thing on the internet where they talked. It was actually pretty good. I checked it out. It was they did a live show where they talked about all the commercial work they've done over the years and they watched them and did commentary. It's kind of like how we've done with some of we watch our videos on.
So
Saturday.
it wasn't comedy. It was like a narrative, like where they were actually.
Behind
No.
the scenes
It was
talking
them
about
watching old commercials they'd made.
Yeah,
And
that's
those
what I
are
mean.
funny.
It's
Those are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all comedy videos essentially.
But they're being sincere and talking about behind the scenes stuff. That's cool.
It
They
was
weren't
really,
in character.
It was
That's
really
cool.
great. But they did a pre-show for VIPs where they would take their questions, and somebody had a Dickie Peeper shirt, and they were very curious about it. They were like, "When did that movie come out?" So there was a little Mega64 conversation. There you go.
So get yours now.
Yeah.
Back by popular demand.
Exactly.
Nice.
If Tim and Eric were fascinated by it, who else is going to be?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah. Anyways.
And I want to give a shout out, Lay's, Original Lay's. I was just talking with Kevin and Johnny were in my car yesterday saying, I like tortilla chips, but I can't eat a lot of potato chips.
You
And
know
I was
what?
like, put Lay's
Can
in front
I
of me.
can I do one as well? My own sponsorship, unofficial. Mary's Donuts.
Fuck it. Oh, God.
I just
Right on my
spilled
phone.
his cola all over Rocco's phone. That's how important this is. Mary's Donuts,
Lay's.
San Diego. Check it out. There's no website.
Why would there be? It's
You
donuts.
can't order these online. You can only get these in person in San Diego. I'm
they're
not
fucking
giving
good.
the address.
They're not as
they're
good
good.
as Peterson's and Escondido, but
These
they're very good.
Are the best donuts in San Diego.
Yep,
They're
not
fucking
in
good.
San
I'm
Diego.
about to have
Spring
a
Valley.
big one.
Confirm?
I think it's Lakeside.
Lay's. Master better.
Yeah,
With
any-
Lay's
anyone can
classic.
Lay's,
You know,
but
I
nobody
liked when
can
they
do
made
Mary's.
those with Olestra. I like the Lay's.
Yeah, I'm a
Have
big
you,
Olestra
did you ever
guy.
really do the Olestra?
Yeah.
I did it one time when I was working in radio and I did overnights. I was
Did you
super-
get anal leakage?
holy shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Really?
Literally, I had to record a break and put the show on autopilot so I could go shit.
Oh,
They,
no.
they stopped. They
Awful.
discontinued that product after
they
like
did.
a year.
Yeah. Once they figured out what was going on.
How the fuck
Was
did
this
they
a
figure it
potato
out
chip?
before
Yeah.
the year?
Was this a potato chip?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were made with
All
Olestra.
of the Lay's brand chips had a fat-free version made with Olestra,
God.
which was it was an oil substitute, and it gave 90% of the population diarrhea.
And isn't it what's in that what the Choiba?
Chiba,
Chobai?
Ciabatta?
The yogurt that
Chobani.
Chobani?
The yogurt that Jamie Lee Curtis shovels down people's
Yeah,
throats.
that's
that makes
supposed
you
to make-
shit?
I think Olestra's in it, or something's in it that's also supposed to make you shit.
Activia, yeah.
That's like
Stevia.
probiotic stuff.
But this stuff just made you leak. Like you wouldn't even fart and blast.
Oh no.
You would
wouldn't?
just be dripping.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, that's
It literally said on the label it was a replacement so that all these items could be fat free.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everyone was obsessed with fat free stuff in the 90s, and they put a label on the back that was may cause rectal leakage.
But
It
just
literally
to be,
said that.
just to be clear though, I ate this in like 2008,
Yeah.
so it wasn't even just the 90s.
No, it was around for a while. It was around longer than a year.
And it was sour cream and onion. I remember that.
video games. Can I
Yes.
give my review?
Yes.
Give your review.
I have to take back every positive thing I said about the game Hades.
What? What the hell?
Fuck this game.
Wow.
Fuck this fucking game.
What happened?
I like where we're going.
All right.
I'll tell you what happened. And people in the chat probably already know.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
I beat this game.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Beat this fucking game. You know what this game is about, by the way? You're trying to fight your way out of hell.
Right.
And every time, it's Greek mythology, and every time you die, they send you back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And at the end of this game, and I'm going to spoil it because I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
People
It's
have had
been out
years
for
to play it.
years.
You've had years to play it, and
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor if you haven't played this shit already. The final boss is the god of Hades.
Okay.
His name is Hades.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's hard as fuck. It took me 32 hours to beat this game.
Fuck.
Okay.
To beat Hades, I
Wow.
should say. Because you know what happens after you beat him?
What?
You know what fucking happens?
You go back to the
I'm
beginning?
trying to guess the thing I would hate the most. They send you back to the beginning.
They send
Oh.
you back to the beginning.
Uh-huh. Why?
You have to like rush it or something?
No. Yeah, that's it.
That's,
They send you back to the beginning. And Hades is there. And it's like, hey, your character goes, why am I here? Didn't I beat you? And he's like, haha, that's an overactive imagination.
What?
Yeah.
It was
then
a
you-
dream?
And then you start again. And now I was like Googling it, like, what happens when you beat Hades? And the response was like, the game really starts once you beat it once.
Fuck that.
And they said this game is made to be played ad infinitum.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Yeah.
What? I've been playing this for 30 fucking hours trying to get out of hell, and I got out of hell.
Well, now you started.
And now it's like, yeah, now it really starts.
That's cool.
What?
Did you get a
to finally play
cutscene?
it.
or-
This game has no ending.
To be fair, Meatloaf's career took off when he was out of hell.
That's true.
You never get out of hell.
Now he's back there.
You
he's
never.
back.
Hey,
Now he's back.
I just want to let the world know it's a game about getting out of hell. You never get out of hell.
No.
You never do it.
That's unfortunate.
You think you get out, they send you back to the
It's like a
beginning.
Sisyphus situation.
Yeah,
It's a waste.
that's what I was gonna say.
Waste
like
of
Sisyphus.
time.
yeah.
No, I don't want to compare it to how it's like a Greek myth and it's ironically apropos. Oh, it's so appropriate that you can never get out. No, it's a video game.
Do you get
I
like
paid
a cool,
money. I beat it. It's over.
You know,
It's over. And I'm done. I'm done.
Did
Yeah,
you get a
that's it.
weapon? Did you get a cool cutscene or anything at the end?
No.
No.
Nope.
that sounds
No.
Just,
you
hey.
get they changed the color of the portal that sends you in to
fuck
start the
me.
game, and
Ew.
now you can like make it harder.
But you know what is, I will say, what kind of cancels that out
Yeah.
is the day you showed me that game, Japan announced a really cute Hades figure.
Yeah,
an Nendoroid.
Zagreus is.
I was
cool
surprised.
character.
Like Japan is into this game too. I wouldn't have thought that. That's really cool.
Yeah, Japanese people don't believe in hell.
Anyways,
Oh, so they were fine. They were like,
if you're defending
cool new
this
concept.
game in the chat, you're wrong.
Shinto.
Oh.
Is
Right.
there a chat happening?
Yeah,
Not
we
during
take
the-
it away because it gets distracting.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That was the worst part about doing guesting on your podcast.
I know,
was
because I always see you reading it and you didn't
I
like
can't
that.
not though. I'm like, it's too
None of us can.
ADHD.
right
I'm
now
like,
they're
oh my
saying
God.
stuff about you.
You know
don't
what?
even know.
Only
I-
Johnny
I
I'm
will
happy to
read
not
the
know.
chat in person in the pre-show and show up in the pre-show, and
Yeah.
we talk. Who are we talking to today?
Dr. Butt Stuffer.
Dr. Butt Hugger.
Dr.
Hugger.
Butt stuff.
yeah.
Couple of
I
homies.
forgot. I was
Couple of
trying to be
homies.
an insult.
We're gonna tell
Beepin'.
everyone you got to come to the pre-show and just abbreviate it. Everyone, pre-come.
Oh, whoa.
Tenga.
Anyways,
Thank you, Tenga.
Tenga.
after 32 hours of playing Hades straight, day and night,
That sucks.
I've decided that it's not for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would have. See, I was gonna get the game on Switch, but
Don't bother.
yeah, I'm glad because I would have thrown the Switch.
Don't bother, Rocco.
The Switch would have been out the window.
I thought this was going to be different. I thought like, nah, this one this one has a sense of accomplishment. This one progresses.
Did
Nope.
Did you guys play? Did that company make a game called Amplitude, or a game
I thought that was harmonics.
that was similar?
Am I
Oh,
crazy?
well, there was a game similar to this where it's kind of like a down
fuck.
perspective where they swing
Yeah.
a sword and the sword is like a character and it's to the beat.
Yeah. Well, oh, you're
Beat
thinking of-
Saber.
No.
But it was the same developer.
I don't know if it was.
Oh, it wasn't? I
don't
thought that
think
this was
so.
their big. I thought Hades was their big follow
Dissonance
up.
or Harmony of Dissonance or something. No, that's Castlevania.
That's Castlevania.
This is confusing.
But something
These all
about
sound like My Chemical Romance albums.
what do they call that like third?
They made
it's
a
top
Zelda themed
down
one too.
Isometric.
isometric. Okay, I can't get into those games.
I love them.
Like Diablo and Diablo 2, those
Yeah.
are like the only ones I ever played like that. You know, SimCity.
You know, XCOM?
Yes.
Is like that?
Yeah. I can't get into them.
Oh, I love XCOM.
I
Would
just never click with that style of like a camera. I
Would
don't
you
know.
consider the old Zelda games that way? Like they're top down?
No, those are
that's
top
different,
down.
right?
Isometric is kind of like at an angle.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
At a
yes.
45-degree
yeah,
angle.
you know, I don't have anything against that per se, but then I think about it and it's like, yeah, I never end up really enjoying those kind of games either.
Like the
but
Game Boy
I can't
Zelda?
imagine it's because of the angle. You know, I don't
It
care about
is
that.
though. It's that
Maybe, I don't know.
perspective. Like I can play an old Pokemon game. It's top down. I can play Zelda.
Yeah.
Top
Dude,
down.
Honestly,
interesting.
Hades,
1941.
Yeah.
I'm going to praise this game. Don't play it. It's a waste of time.
Whoa.
They do cool stuff with the isometric camera that I've never seen
Okay.
that's cool.
in any other game, where they will have these points that are kind of glowing. And when you go to it, it'll shift into a very sprawling landscape shot.
Oh.
Your isometric camera will put you on the edge of a cliff and you'll see like mountains in the distance and clouds. And it's really expansive.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
cool.
impressive. I've never seen a game do that before.
On a
that's
scale
cool.
of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
10 being the best,
Okay.
where do you rate Hades?
0.
wow. You played it for 32 hours and loved it though.
Yeah, I did love it. That if you would ask me yesterday, 10 out of 10.
Wow.
But now that I've beat it,
Oh man.
What a difference.
This ending only pissed you off.
yeah.
Jeez.
See, that was,
Sorry.
but that was the thing that was hard to reconcile. I knew a lot of people who did that when Phantom Pain came out. I love Phantom Pain, but some people didn't like how it ended.
Yeah.
And I knew a lot of people that were like, dude, just 100%ed Phantom Pain, Man, didn't like that at all.
I'll
And
tell
I was
you-
like, you played like 1,000 hours of it. You didn't like it at all, but it was like the ending ruined it.
I'll
for
tell
them.
you exactly why. That's why, because the game was fun and I actually had fun playing it. But towards the end game cycle, when I was just grinding to beat Hades, the final boss, there was a moment where I felt like this is getting really tedious and this is getting really redundant.
I get tired of that stuff.
But I felt like, there's going to be something at the end story-wise where when you play a game, you have a compulsion to beat it. It's like any competition. You're not going to start something and then just decide, I'm going to quit halfway through. You want to see it through to the end.
Yeah.
And so it came to that point where I was like, I'm going to see this through to the end. And I had to work. Those last 10 hours was just me trying to see it through to the end, only to have the rug pulled out from underneath me. Like, haha, there is no ending.
Yeah.
Ta-da. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
You know what?
switcheroo.
You know what something is that your opinion won't change of in a day? Lay's.
Exactly.
Classic
Classic.
chips.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your comedy album.
No.
No, that could change.
Yeah, it will
Change. Probably will change. Yeah. When you get to the end of my album, I just send you right back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Listen to that story.
It's on
again.
repeat. Well, that's good with an album.
I got to the end. Because I was just driving, as I said, and I was waiting for another story, and then it was over. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I appreciate
more.
that.
And went back to the beginning of the
It
album.
left me wanting more.
It is
So
like 80s.
Did you
can go
like
buy
the
his
intro?
previous
Can I
album.
ask that? Did you like the
I
intro?
did like the intro.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question about the intro?
Of course.
Did you find this person on Fiverr?
I did. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I do a YouTube show called Talks Chrome, where we open baseball cards and basically just talk shit about baseball players.
That's awesome.
It's very fun. It's on YouTube. We'll actually be live tonight at 9,
what
so
your
I do have
sweater
to
is?
go.
Oh my God, you have to go soon.
Yeah, I have to go pretty
Is that
soon.
what your sweater is?
Yeah, it's a Topps baseball card sweater. One of the guys on the show, it's me and my buddy Sean O'Donnell, who I've mentioned before from Revolver, and this guy Joe Chandler, who's a American Dad producer, and Nick McCann. You guys know Nick, right?
I know Nick.
Yeah.
We do it together. It's a silly, dumb thing. I don't really pay attention to baseball. Anyway, but on that show, we do a lot of stupid things with voices. And so Sean was hiring all these people at Fiverr. And I'm like, I didn't even think that was a part of Fiverr. And that got me really excited. So I spent a whole day trying to find an old British guy on Fiverr.
Dallas, this is why I know this. And I don't know this
Did
is
you use the same guy?
Here's the thing.
Oh, no.
Almost.
We did use the same guy for version 4, and then at the end didn't use it and got someone else.
Cutting room floor.
But I heard that voice. I'm like, I know that voice.
He's great.
And it was weird. It was like, what the fuck? Like, because we also found an old British guy.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
I just wanted to have an old British guy tell me that I was full of shit. And that's what the
You
intro
had
does.
it.
That's cool.
You had it.
He was really funny, and he screwed up so many things. But he was really easy. Like he was really good about fixing them and stuff like that. But it was really funny to hear how he screwed it up. Like you ever just see a word and then go, "How on earth did he screw that word up?" He would do that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you like the intro. It was a big debate in my house.
Well, I thought it was good. And then my last question about the album was
and then I'll go.
okay. As the
is the,
you
video game
mentioned-
So I have a
Sean,
live. We have
so-
9 o'clock. We're streaming live.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta get
You
there.
mentioned your friend Nick a lot.
yeah.
Is that the same Nick McCann? Is that Nick?
Yeah, but see, the thing about the stories is like it's not necessarily Nick. Like
Change some names around, maybe.
when you're writing these things, like and it's live, you have to kind of keep engagement. So you really narrow down like a group of 6 people to 2 people,
Right.
and stuff like that.
That's
so
what I
it's
think.
so I usually just put the people I am with most as the people in those stories. So like
Gotcha.
Matt and Nick are common names.
Understood.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that was them.
Well, check it
I
out.
had to check with Nick because there's a story about his car.
Yes.
And I was like, "Are you okay? Because this is how it was recorded, but it wasn't you." And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't care."
Yeah. Okay.
We were 19.
Fair enough.
But anyway, Rough Drafts, Stories to Drink To. It's on Apple Music right now. And follow me on the social media.
Yeah.
Because
Where
I
can they find you?
need
find you
revenue,
on
guys.
social media?
Yeah,
I'm
where-
playing Hades live tonight at 9 o'clock
Making fun of Tom
on my
Quinn.
Twitch stream.
For trouble.
I'm almost to the end, so I can't wait to see what happens.
You get your ass kicked 20 times only to discover it's pointless.
So it's like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
exactly.
You can follow me on Instagram at Dallas McLaughlin. So it's just Dallas McLaughlin with an extra S at the end or in the middle. And then on Twitter at Dallas_MC.
Yep. And then we'll see you
Twitter.
tweet when you're number 1. I want to see that tweet, and then I'm gonna
Hopefully it's
retweet
tonight, guys. But yeah, share if you like the album and you're out there listening. Please share. Please just retweet it or share it out to your friends or whatever you want to do. I don't care, but it's a whole new thing I'm trying, and I'm proud of it. And my dad doesn't care. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's a weird thing to say. But yeah, go and thank you guys for having me. I don't mean to take off, but
I
started
you
talking
take
about
off
video
when I was
games, and I honestly don't even know what
out,
to
yeah.
include in
You
that
have baseball
conversation.
cards to go open.
Which I also don't really care about that
No.
much.
I was supposed to
Interesting.
talk about Uncharted. You don't want to get in on that?
Dude, Tom Holland?
Okay.
I don't.
We'll talk about Bip Roberts if that makes you feel better.
It does make
Yeah.
me feel
Okay.
about it. The Bipper?
Yeah, we got some Bip
We can
news
talk about
coming out.
1990s baseball if you want.
Let's make fun.
If you like baseball cards, Talks Chrome, TALKS Chrome is our YouTube channel. It's pretty funny,
Sweet.
I think. I don't know. I do minimal work for it.
Yeah.
But thank
Breaking-
you guys for having
Yeah, thank
me
you.
on.
I'll let you out, Dallas.
Go buy the album, Rough Draft Stories to Drink To. And then after that, follow Derek on Twitch, and watch him play Hades again.
Yep.
If you play Hades and you beat it 4 times in a row, Derek's taking you to Mary's Donuts.
And the portal will be
Will you commit to that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. All right,
Shrubu's going to hit you up.
Okay, bye, Dallas.
I love
All right,
you
I'll let
guys.
you out.
You're amazing. Keep it up. Keep this thing up. One day I think it'll work out.
Thank
It'll
you.
work out.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dallas.
So what I was going to say is I beat a game yesterday.
What game?
What'd you beat?
I got the Uncharted collection on PS5. I already played Uncharted 4. I don't need to play that again. But they did like a side game that I never had played called Lost Legacy, where you don't play as Nathan Drake, you're 2 other characters. I beat it. It was a shorter game. To me, considering it was a remastering of a PS4 game, that was one of the best looking video games I've ever seen. I know they did a little bit of work to it to bring it to PS5, but man, it looked good. Oh my God, it looked good. It was fun. It was, very Indiana Jones kind of shit, like that series usually is. But that was about all I had to say. When I quit, I was like, when it was done, I was like, it was fun. It was fun.
Are you excited for the Uncharted movie?
No, that's what I was going to say. So I said this on Twitter, and I don't know if this makes sense to anybody else, but I was checking out Uncharted 4 in this new collection to see how good it looked. It just looked amazing. And then you hit the PlayStation menu button, and it goes from that Nathan Drake, in the game, it's like rugged, manly Nathan Drake. You hit the menu button, and it goes to the PlayStation 5 menu that has a poster for Tom Holland's Nathan, Uncharted movie. And I said, that's the gamer's equivalent of when that kid gets turned into a mouse in The Witches. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Fucking freaky
With
scene where
Angelica
they shrink
Houston.
that kid into a mouse.
Yeah.
That's a scary ass scene. And it felt like that hitting that button.
Shrink
You
his
just
Yeah,
see
what's up
he's
with,
this rugged, manly dude, and then suddenly it's, hi, oh yeah, I'm Nathan Drake. Hi,
Why'd they make
Spider-Man."
Nathan Drake a twink? What's going on? Like, for real.
Everybody-
I'm saying it. What?
I think you're right.
Everybody-
Who did this?
And
Who
there's
made
all-
this call?
He's kind of like a puppy
I think
jock.
it's honestly, Sony is so into Tom Holland right now.
Yeah.
Because of the Spider-Man thing.
He's like this.
that they're like, yeah, him.
skinny, sexy, young, pretty guy.
But it doesn't fit that role.
It doesn't at all. And
At
it's-
all.
It's almost like they should have made Mark Wahlberg Nathan Drake.
Yes.
Kind
He's,
of.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's got video game movie experience. He
kinda
did
makes
those
sense.
those Max
Yeah.
Payne, that first Max Payne movie, wasn't it?
But instead, he's playing Sully, who in the game is an old man.
Yeah.
So no one fits their role. And every time I bring this up, inevitably someone goes, well, Rocco, it's actually being kind of constructed as a prequel movie. Yeah, cool. A prequel movie. Yeah. Make the sequel movie. Make the movie.
Prequel to what?
But it
like start there.
it
It's
isn't
a
a
prequel to a
prequel.
movie that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The
But someday it
fucking
will.
the car coming out of the back of the cargo plane is in the first game, I thought.
Yeah.
So how's this a prequel?
It's because that's not really true. That's just what's being floated out there.
Yeah.
To like, no.
To
Stop worrying
satiate
about
us.
it. And
I have
yeah.
a theory.
Yeah.
Is to get chicks.
Well, yeah. I mean,
To get chicks to watch this movie.
they don't want to have some old dude. I
Put
get it.
asses in the seats. Get the teenage girls all hot for Nathan Drake.
All the Zendaya fans.
I think teens are really into Tom Holland. I get that. But that not for that role. That sucks.
Sean's kids love Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I've heard that he is like an icon of good in Hollywood
he
amongst like younger audiences.
He's a baby face.
And he's
an
super
all-American boy.
He's like he's just good. Sean, would you back me up on this? Like your kids love Tom Holland, right?
Yes, Tom Holland is the shit in high school age kids.
Yeah.
But also like he is like a what do I say? I don't want to use a word like woke because that's stupid, but He's like a beacon of good behavior
Yeah.
in an otherwise cesspool of Hollywood.
I think you're thinking of the term good role model.
I do love Tom Holland. I don't think he should be Nathan Drake, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
like a
being-
really bad.
Let's
casting.
unpack this though. So like Nathan Drake, how's it going to look when Tom Holland goes down the Nathan Drake storyline and just starts like brutally shooting people with
Yeah,
a gun
and
like
that's-
left and right?
that's kind of my thought. What's like,
That's the Nathan Drake character.
I honestly, I don't know. Like, who cares? It's just a video game movie, so who really cares? Like,
Me?
they always suck
I care.
anyways. But it does seem
This
like
podcast.
I don't blame Tom Holland for taking the role. I blame whoever casted the thing. To get Tom Holland. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, nothing against Tom Holland.
yeah, it's just weird.
And Mark Wahlberg again, like it's an old dude with a mustache in the game. Anyway, there was a trailer for it before Jackass. Saw Jackass yesterday.
Yes.
And there was a trailer for it, and you could tell they thought that was going to be some big reveal. They're like, "Look, Mark Wahlberg has a mustache."
That's sick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. Well, now I'm going.
Doesn't he have an animal in a backpack or something too?
That's Banjo Kazooie.
He has like a pet in the new trailer I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
It's like, oh, you brought your kitty cat or something?
I was
don't
checking my phone during that.
Yeah,
thing, so
kind of.
I don't know. But anyway, just back to the Uncharted thing. I beat it. I could not give a shit about the story, but it was like just short and fun. And I posted that it was good, but I had so many people tweet at me, yeah, there you go. Best Uncharted, right? Best Uncharted ever. I was like, how little do you think of the Uncharted series?
Yeah.
That I did not think that was the
No,
best.
it was a fun add-on.
It was like a mini game. Like, yeah.
It's kind of like when it's the same game, but in Red Dead 2, the epilogue, you get to play it's the same length to me too. A couple hours.
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah.
Different characters.
7 or 8
Yeah.
hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice lead.
Yeah, that's
into-
how I felt about it too. It was really fun. A lot of fun set pieces, but
Yeah, no, it's
wasn't
great.
I didn't think it was better than the mainline ones.
I'm gonna suggest different actors for Nathan Drake.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
You tell me if this is better or worse than Tom Holland.
Okay.
All right. My first pick, this would have been fucking rad. Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
Better
No.
than Tom Holland. I wouldn't be my first
No.
choice, but better than Tom Holland.
I would rather
love
have Tom
Zac
Holland.
Efron.
With the beard, with like a light beard?
yeah.
That would look good.
Better than Tom Holland,
I-
for sure.
If
Zac
Arpat can be
Efron-
Batman, Zephron can be
No.
Zephron.
I'd rather have Holland than Zephron. Zephron.
Okay.
No.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
not at all.
What's your
Yeah.
next?
That's my opinion.
No, that's a wrong opinion.
Fuck you.
All right. What about is this guy too old? Ryan Gosling.
Would way rather have Ryan Gosling.
I would have rather have Ryan Gosling too.
Maybe too old. Maybe too
What
old.
about Ryan Felipe?
He's a
I don't know
little-
who that is.
He's a little older in the game too, though.
Yeah.
But for the sake of a movie being a hit, I know what you're saying.
Ryan-
Okay, what about this?
Okay.
Can you see Jake Gyllenhaal?
He already fucked up Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'd
would
rather-
still rather have him than
Give
Tom
me Holland.
I would rather have Jake Gyllenhaal. But that Prince of Persia movie is fucking
Sean's sticking with the Dutch. Give him Holland.
I said Gosling. I'll go for that, but
boring.
I'm going Holland. Back to Holland.
There's a lot of actors. Who I
What
do not
about,
know.
okay, now he's typically not an actor. He's known for his music, but his acting has been getting a lot better over the years. Justin Timberlake.
No.
No.
What do you think?
Yeah, that-
Alpha
Tom Holland.
Dog,
Dude,
The
Tom Holland.
Social
I'd
Network.
have Tom Holland.
What about
Those are all over a decade
Timothy
ago.
Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet is the same as Tom Holland
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
I just watched him in
6
something
of
last
one,
night.
half a dozen
which I
of the
think
other.
is great. I like him as an actor.
I watched Stargate last night.
Oh,
I
did you?
love
So good.
Stargate.
What does that have to do with Chalamet?
He's in it.
He is?
Timothy Chalamet.
You-
Oh, wait, wait.
no,
What?
he is not.
He wasn't even born.
He wasn't even born when that was made.
Who are you thinking of? Who's in Stargate?
You're thinking of Kurt Russell.
No.
Stargate.
Who's the doctor in
James
Star-
Spader.
James Spader.
James
Yeah.
Spader and Timothy
Peter and Timothy Chalamet
They're both
are the
like-
same.
They
They're
are
like-
not the same at all.
They're like
Who is Red
wafy,
Reddington?
thin little wafy white boys.
Bro, Google
What?
Google both of them right now.
Google them
I can
both.
picture them both. In
I don't think you
Timothy
can.
Chalamet.
He was the one in the new
I
French
will-
Connection.
I will put. I mean, there's a lot
was
of
in the
people in the
French
world.
Connection?
I guarantee you, not one person has ever mixed those two up until right now. This is the first time.
Ever. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Timothy,
Timothy Chalamet was he in Pretty in Pink?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of actors who I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to name names. You tell me if you know this actor.
Okay.
Okay, different game now.
Different game. Now we're going to reveal how old and out of touch we are.
Okay.
Okay. Can you name what this actor is famous for? Dylan O'Brien,
No.
30 years old.
Dylan,
No,
he's doing his thing.
No.
He's yeah.
Is he one of the Stranger
it.
Thing kids?
He's on Teen Wolf.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I probably met that guy.
We know someone on Teen Wolf. Good, he might be watching.
Maybe it's him.
Steven, if you're watching,
No.
shouts out.
That's out.
Oh.
Tyler Posey, 30 years old.
Oh,
Parker
I know
Posey's
that name.
brother.
I know that name, but I don't know what
No,
he
no,
does.
yeah.
Teen Wolf.
I only know Tyler Jacobs.
Tyler Posey's from Teen Wolf.
Okay.
What's up with all the Teen Wolf?
I was there.
Give me a non-UPN show.
you know what? Thinking back at these,
Nick Robinson,
no.
Oh,
26 years old.
British actor. He was in Jurassic World,
Yeah.
right?
Is that true?
Yeah, he was in a whole bunch of stuff.
Is he?
You know,
I thought he was in
I'm
Porter
not
Robinson.
really a fan,
don't
but
know.
wouldn't it make more sense if Mark Wahlberg was?
We
said
literally
that.
just said that.
When you were
Well,
gone.
I was helping Dallas out, so
Yeah.
how about you go fuck off one more
you gotta-
time, Rocco?
You know, you should have the app open.
Why are you stealing my material?
Had the app open. The fuck are you saying to me?
Why aren't you
Listen to
watching
the show to catch up?
Yeah,
when you come
watch
back in.
Twitch in the parking lot.
Yeah, sorry, Dallas. 1 second, I'm listening to the show.
I don't think Nick Robinson was in Jurassic World. It's on a show called Melissa and Joey.
Huh.
I don't know what that show is.
Oh, no, you're right. He was in Jurassic World.
There
You're
it
right.
is.
You're right.
There
You're
it
right.
is.
You're right.
Hey,
There it is.
Rocco knows Nick Robinson, and I don't.
There it
So
is.
we did see Jackass. You want to talk about that? Are we
Yeah.
gonna mention
No, I want
that?
to keep
Only if
talking
you know
about
who Ross
actors.
Butler is.
Yeah. I have been.
I think all of us
very,
but Derek.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay.
I've
Not
been
yet.
very grateful for the past 24 hours.
Wow.
That my penis is intact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really that's been the main thing on my mind is thank God none of those things have happened
To your penis.
to my penis, my testicles.
I
There was more dick and ball torture than they've ever had.
by
I
a
think.
lot.
Yeah.
Really?
I will say,
Okay, I haven't seen this movie. So
yeah. I
are
won't
we talking
go
like,
further.
am I going to see a penis?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Derek,
Yes.
second one, you see a penis.
The first second of the movie?
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure it's
All right.
the first second of
Okay.
the movie. You see dick and balls.
Hold on. All right,
the
second
opening.
question. Am I going to see balls?
Oh, yeah.
Derek, you're gonna
Yeah.
see so many balls and so close up.
What?
So close up on balls.
Yes.
Yes.
Scrotums.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. Sounds a little gay
Yeah. Oh,
Keep
deliciously
asking questions.
so.
so far.
Yeah.
Well, am I going to see butthole?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Oh,
will
yeah.
see butthole.
Definitely butthole.
You
All
will
right.
see butthole.
Okay. All right. Am I going to see a penis get injured?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Yes.
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 What?
Yes.
No.
What else do penises do? Because you're onto something.
Oh my God, no. Am I going to see liquid come out of a penis?
Yep.
Well,
Am I going to see urine?
No.
No.
Am I
You-
going
but
to
you-
see semen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not like
Yes.
real. That's not real semen.
But you see semen.
There was real semen in this
shoot.
movie.
There's real semen in the movie, and you do see a lot of semen shooting out of
Is this an
a
MTV
penis.
Yeah, but that's not what you think it is.
this a music
we're getting into
television?
murky territory.
That's
now.
murky.
Let's
We're getting
not.
murky.
All right.
That's
am
what I
gonna
think it
see-
is.
Okay. Am I going to see balls get injured?
Yes.
Yo, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
of course.
Jackass, Jack.
To the point, though, to the point where I was having to look away because
Really?
when Derek, there was blood involved with the ball injury, and I was
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah, I've been
prepared.
thinking about that nonstop. And there's a very specific penis situation that I keep thinking of where I'm just like,
There's bloody testicles in this movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
So I will say it just
right,
in a
go ahead, yeah.
in my brief in it just to say a brief review because I remember being on this podcast like a decade ago saying I left Jackass 3 kind of feeling like I'm good maybe on these. I felt like they really focused on the 3D and like the slow-mo
Yeah.
in that movie because they had the phantom camera or whatever.
Yeah.
I got kind of tired of that. And I just remember feeling, Derek, I was specifically wanting to tell you this because there's something you said and I think about it all the time. And I thought about it even sitting in this movie. There reaches a point in Jackass 3 where it just felt like they were kind of running out of stuff to do. I found out later that a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but like Steve-O and some others got sober before that movie, and they kind of didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
Like Steve-O talked about that. He's like, that I was clean when we did 3 finally, but I didn't know what my character was.
I've heard him talk
like
about
I
that.
didn't
You
kind of
like,
know.
I think he said Steve-O got famous being addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And felt like his whole shtick was getting fucking wasted and doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Then he became sober, and it's like, well, is this still funny if I'm not fucking wasted? And do I even want to do this crazy shit that I was thinking was a good idea when I was under the influence? Like, who am I at this point? Am I still Steve-O? Do I still offer the same thing? Had to find himself.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how many people know this too, but Ryan Dunn went through a really
Similar
difficult bout. If you ever watch Jackass 2 and the end credits, there's a stunt where they're doing the musical part where a horse takes off and they're tied to the horse.
Yeah.
And him and Bam get dragged by that horse. They hit the floor and get dragged. And Ryan Dunn went through a horrible thing. He got a almost life-ending blood clot from that injury.
Wow.
And had to take medication, and he went through a horrible depression where he's like, I'm not funny anymore. I don't need to be on camera. I'm not funny anymore. And struggled with that. And just before Jackass 3, he got out of that. And so everyone was in a weird funk. And so it kind of felt a little tepid in the movie. I mean, here I am talking about, entertain me in this movie. I'm sure they had more important fish to fry, but it was just kind of tepid. But I just remember they kind of run out of stuff to do. And I remember towards the end of that movie, Derek, being in the theater with you, there's a part where they're just in a pen with a pig, and Preston Lacey is just like, I don't know.
Oh, he puts the apple in his ass?
And he pulls his pants down, and he's pulling an apple in his butt, and they keep putting it back in there so the pig will eat it out of his butt. And I just remember hearing Derek out loud in the theater go, this is what we're doing now, huh?
Well,
it just reached a point where it was like,
I remember
I'm good.
watching that, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, so the danger here is the pig might actually bite you. But the pig clearly had no interest in eating this dude's ass.
It was the nicest pig.
The pig was just trying to get the apple, and they kept shoving an apple up this dude's asshole. And I'm like, guys, the pig doesn't want to eat this dude's ass.
Yeah.
Are you not picking up on that? I'm watching the footage. You got nothing here.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
putting the apple back in. All right, let me know how this goes.
So it felt just kind of like, are they out of stuff to do? Ironically, later they put out Jackass 3.5, which had like all the unused skits.
And I wanted to say, I liked that better.
I did too.
Than 3.
And it was, I think it was a case of like, I think they picked the wrong bits for 3. Like, or they thought they picked stuff maybe that looked better in 3D or something.
That's what it was. Because 3D movies were huge. Avatar was out. It was fucking an extra $5 that every movie theater made on a 3D ticket. So they were really pushing for that 3D gimmick.
Yeah, maybe it was that. So anyway, all I wanted to say was I enjoyed this one much more. It was like sometimes you need, and we've talked about this even with our stuff, sometimes you need to take time off for a minute. Yeah. And that, you know what I mean? And then when that thing is back, it's like, oh, I missed this. And so just seeing them all together was so much fun. But I felt like there was a little more tension and like, oh no, put back into the bits instead of just, watching them eat an apple out of the guy's ass.
I was saying this. I liked the movie. I had a fun time. I truly had a fun time in the theater again. Like everyone's laughing. It's such a different experience seeing this movie in a theater than like Dune. Yeah. Like you're like the audience is like all yelling at each other, whatever. It's fun.
And we should say too, actually, we booked a theater just for our friends, which ended up being awesome because we knew who was there. Mm-hmm. It was just us. Everyone could, make noise. It wasn't bothering anybody. We weren't talking during it or anything, but it was a really cool experience. And then when we broke it down, it ended up being like $20 a person. It's like, well, that's barely more than it would have been anyway.
I just wish I was so bummed you guys didn't do it in San Diego though.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, I only went last minute. It was not the plan.
I can't believe you went.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It wasn't really the plan. I was just kind of seeing if it worked out, and it just ended up working out. But I was halfway driving to LA thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But then I was in the theater, had a good time, and then I went straight home. So I was only there for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun. But I'm just going to say that. Oh, go ahead. You want more?
No. I remember.
No, I think something about the movie made me sad, and I cannot put my finger on what it was.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Well, I won't say.
Well, I'm thinking this. There's a couple things. Like Ryan Dunn is gone. That's sad.
Yeah.
Like Bam isn't in there. Oh, he's in there for
Well,
2
he
seconds.
is. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And that's
When
gonna
I
bring that
saw
up
him,
later.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, am I? Is that
Yeah.
what the fuck? That is Bam.
Yeah.
Like, that
So-
was weird.
It was weird. I think maybe knowing how fucked up Johnny Knoxville got with that bull stunt made me sad. Watching it, it's like, I know what's going to happen to you, and I know that it's going to like put you in this crazy depression, and that like you're not going to. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you listened to that Howard Stern interview.
Sean listened to this whole interview, which I didn't.
Yeah.
Same.
Because there was an interview with Johnny Knoxville on Howard Stern and
Yeah.
a few other places where he went into all this horrific behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't listen to that, and
Yeah.
I had a great time during this movie.
But hear me out though, because
Yeah.
that's just one skit. Like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
I think what it was I'm watching these people who I've grown up watching, and I loved. Even the new people I thought were great. I thought like it was a good thing.
Yeah.
But it just kept being like, I'm watching these people who I know we're not friends, but I'm like, oh, I love him, whatever. And they're just like asking, like, Jeff, is that it? Are we done, Jeff? And they kept asking if Jeff Tremaine was happy with the shot.
Yeah.
And something about that, it happens so many times where it's like, hey, I don't know, we got the fucking shot. Don't do it again. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a level of that made me like, ugh.
I didn't like how much Tremaine was on screen in this movie. There was a
It sounds
lot.
great in all of them.
There
isn't it?
was, but there was a lot of Tremaine in this one.
He was, but it was more of asking approval from him.
Like, Daddy, can we please stop? I don't want to do this anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what it was so much of that it made me like, okay, can we stop doing this?
I didn't see the movie, but it just sounds kind of maybe like there's an element of being stuck in the past a little bit, trying to relive your glory days, even though you might
Yeah.
be too old to do
Right.
that. I feel like sometimes I watch professional wrestling and see the same thing. When you see an older wrestler who can't let it go. And it's like, bro, you were great in your time, but you need to realize that your time is winding down or is maybe over, and you can't be doing this crazy shit in the ring forever, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
You can't do it forever.
I think, yeah.
They address that in the movie, though.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do.
so yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
they do.
interesting. Is there like a story to the
There's
movie?
no, there's new people, and they continue to like pawn it off on them.
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, can I get into my kind of review for a
Yeah,
sec?
what's up?
So I really agree with you, Rocco. Like, I loved the movie. I laughed out loud throughout.
As did I, for the record.
entirety of it.
For the record, I did too.
But I did really feel like, yeah, this was one too many. Maybe
Oh, you
we
think?
didn't need. It didn't.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way.
It didn't
I mean,
work out to where I was like, right on, another Jackass movie. This one to me felt like, wow, we put so much into like 4 or 5 new people that I don't really know or care about.
Who
And
are these new people?
exactly.
Well,
No, but who
I
are
thought they were
really?
great.
Who are
They are, there's a comedian, there's other people from Loiter Squad, there's just stunt people.
There's a guy you've probably seen his videos before because he went by Jackass online. Really big dude who like taped fireworks to himself at one point. Like, there's been all kinds of. He's done a million stunts. He definitely like earned his way into that.
Agreed.
I mean,
crew.
yeah. I mean, I don't dislike any of those new cast members.
Yeah.
But I felt like, all right, there's a lot of like my favorite characters doing like a singular bit. Like Knoxville does something where he's like, I'm the one doing the thing. Flies out of the cannon. You see it in the trailer, you know, all this stuff. Then there would be these kind of group efforts. And it was like, all right, only Danger Aaron and Scott or Dave England are going to be in this. And it's like, well, here's the 4 new dudes with Danger Aaron and England. And I was kind of like, by the end of it, I'm like, yo, no one else is stepping up for the group stuff except for fucking Danger Aaron and Scott and Dave England.
well, I think I do think. I mean, I know this. Bam was in a lot. I'm sure it was cut. That's
I don't
weird.
think it was in a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if they shot that much with him before
That's
COVID
crazy.
happened. I don't know.
Well, also, I know that Knoxville was in the hospital for like a month.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot, and usually he's there for everything. But
So he would
wasn't.
be, so in these big group activities, it's like, okay, cool. It's like all the new people, Aaron and Dave England, and then Knoxville would be the ringmaster. You know, he's organizing, he's emceeing, he's
Right.
he's refereeing the stunt or whatever it would be. And then there was also this feeling of like Bam was there and they almost like cut him out of a shot for the aftermath.
That was the only thing that was a bummer about the movie to me was they are like editing around Bam.
Yes, they are.
It was like
clearly editing him out.
Because Bam was kicked off the set and now is suing them, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
And that was my only complaint personally about the movie was I rewatched the other ones this week and how much it is like Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera and then everyone else. And then you get to this one and it's like, cut around Bam. And to me, it's more than just Bam. It was like, man, Phil and April aren't in there.
Dude, it's weird that
that was sad to me.
They show Rab himself.
Yeah,
Rab himself was there for a second.
helped with the movie.
In a scene. And it's like, what? The only guy from CKY is Rab?
Yeah, he got out of that. He used to be a piece of shit back in the day, and he worked his way up to he works in filmmaking, and he helped on crew for the movie.
Why is there a layer of sadness to all of
Okay,
this?
so
I don't know. I had a fucking great time.
Why
I
are
don't know
we
what they're
yelling?
talking
Don't be
about.
mad at me for having an opinion.
I keep getting cut off. So let me just explain in one big kind of thing why I have this layer of sadness. So like, I don't dislike any of the new cast. I thought they performed well, and I laughed hysterically at their stunts, and I'm happy for their payday, and I'm happy that they got this opportunity. They seemed happy doing it. But there was this feeling of like, it didn't need to be done because, number one, everyone's so old and getting so fucked up that is, Johnny was in the hospital for a fucking month.
Yeah.
Bam can't get his fucking life together. He's too strung out on drugs to even be in the thing. That's like a sadness. Ryan's dead. We do another like Ryan Dunn tribute. It's like, oh, you did that in 3.
They don't have like...
It just didn't feel like it needed to be made.
Brandon DiCamillo,
he was alive.
He's still out. He wasn't in 3, right?
When did they do the Dunn tribute I saw? Oh, that was like an MTV thing.
That wasn't a...
Yeah.
that
Okay,
wasn't
I'm sorry. But I enjoyed it thoroughly. I just...
Rab is the only CKY guy.
It was like, God, this is evolved into such a different thing from what Jackass used to be. Oh, it didn't need to be... I'm glad they made it.
No,
I had a good time.
yeah,
I
that's the thing,
totally
and
disagree.
Okay.
I know. No, we
That's
can't
allowed.
disagree.
Yeah, yeah.
I also
No,
think Tom Holland would be better than whatever we said.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. But anyways, my point of the whole thing is I liked it. I laughed the whole time.
Yes, I did
was
too.
glad to be back with them.
Dude, I had
and I walked away feeling a little sad. That's my point. Like
Yes.
I walked away a little sad, and I can't even tell you the whole reason why. But something about it just bummed me out a little bit.
Yes.
You grew up with these people.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing them get old. And then that means you're
Maybe
getting
that's
old.
just it. Maybe it's as simple as that. But
I
there's
felt like they
something.
all had fun. I never felt sorrow for them. I thought they all were having fun.
I think that they were all having fun
Yeah.
too. I just felt after I saw it that
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much as the other things for those
Yeah.
reasons I pointed out.
Not to always make everything about wrestling, but I didn't see Jackass, but I do feel like I had similar feelings when I watched it as a kid, and then I came back after not watching it for 15 years and saw these wrestlers that I loved as kids, visibly older now and just different.
Yeah.
And I just felt like there was something inside me that just, I felt like fucked up about it. I was like, I can't, like,
Yeah.
it just hurts. I have this iconic idea of you in my mind, and to see you now, it shatters that iconic idea. And I feel sad to let that go, that fantasy I had.
If they made Jackass 6, I'm going opening day again.
Oh, Jackass 5.
Is that what?
No,
Whatever.
They have to earn that one.
They'll skip 5 like Windows.
No, exactly. I'm going to see all because I feel
Yeah.
attached to these people.
Yeah.
They've inspired me and influenced. I wouldn't be here today. It probably wasn't for Jackass. So I am always going to see a Jackass movie.
Do you see the new cast members like Poopies and Zackass and everyone going on to do more Jackasses without
I
the
would
old cast
totally
members?
watch.
I would see that.
If they did a new show with all them,
I would watch it. And if John Knoxville was there as the MC,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
truly, he doesn't need to prove anything to anyone.
No.
Like, when he was just being the MC and like getting these people
Hilarious.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, but you have earned your spot to not get hit in the nuts anymore because you've done it so many times. I've seen you do it so many times. It's fine.
Yeah, like I said, they literally do that in the movie. They're like,
Yeah.
I already like earned my way out of this, so we're gonna have the new guy do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
after the bull thing, Steve-O says that's why he's the captain. Steven says
Yeah.
at a point in my life, I wanted to die. and I would have done anything, I would never get in a room with a bull. I would never do this.
No.
And
Yeah.
it's like, and then, you know, Johnny Knoxville has proven himself multiple times that he will do it, and he's a fucking crazy person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I laughed all the time. Just felt a little sad.
You know what? This sounds like Evel Knievel. You know?
Yes. Oh, I see that.
You ever like Evel Knievel? It was so big in the 70s. Sometimes you find these old entertainers who were just obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And I even listened to an interview with Robbie Knievel, his son. And yeah, I think that there's a long history of stunt performers in America. People who hurt themselves or have a stunt where they could get very hurt, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a natural thing to follow these people over the course of their career and see how they change. And yeah, I think it's just inevitable that at a certain point, they're not going to be able to do it anymore.
And they need to move to the announcing.
It's probably just sad to see that coming down the highway.
And you know, I'm honestly thinking, like, I don't want to get too far into it because of, I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it, but there are some stunts that's like, oh, this is just to get hurt. Like, I mean, they've always done that, obviously. But like, there's just something to like, I'm thinking of the mime thing they did in this movie. There's there's a bit to this. Like,
was good.
Hey, can you do this stuff and not make a sound because you're a mime?
That was funny.
Yeah.
I love shit like that because there's
The
like a
premise,
level.
yeah.
But then when it's like Preston Lacey putting his nuts in that thing and they're just punching it with that like machine, like over and over again,
Yeah.
to me it's like,
That was funny, I thought.
it was funny. And then we got the shot, and then Jeff Tremain's like, put your nuts back in. We gotta do it
need
again.
another
It's like,
take.
now
That's
we did
been
that.
every movie,
You said there were
though.
bloody balls in this movie?
Yes.
Multiple, not just there.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know.
This is the rare opportunity where I don't just glowingly love a fucking movie.
That's
So
what
I'm-
blows my mind.
I'm taking my
this
time
was so,
to
I had
dissect
such a
it.
good time.
Me too.
I'm like mystified a
No,
little bit.
I had a great time.
That's what I'm trying to
Rocco. I
tell
had
you.
an
Why can't
asthma
we say
attack.
it was a good movie? But I felt sad
I
afterwards.
laughed
I didn't
so
see the
hard,
side of
I
it.
had an asthma attack.
I'm honestly
You can
just
like
curious.
a movie that makes you sad.
No, I know. I'm just curious because I can't in any way identify with that. I'm honestly like just curious.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
'Cause I
trying to
didn't-
tell you. I don't know.
I mean,
just-
they just
I
laid
felt
it all
like
out.
I felt like the movie was definitely their last one, and
Yes.
it was about that. It was
I
like
agree.
we haven't done this in 10 years. How fun would it be to get back together? So to me, it was like, oh shit, the reunion. It to me felt like the reunion special, and so I
Right.
thought it was really fun. And even Johnny Knoxville said after he did the bull thing, like he's always liked doing that stuff, and even after that, he's like, okay, now I'm done. Like now I'm not gonna. I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah.
So I never had any layer of like that, like, oh, they're suffering and they don't want to do it. Like I felt like they acted that way in all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
if I
know,
have the
Dave England
sadness.
in the first Jackass movie is like, the second one when he does the fire hose rodeo or whatever.
Yeah.
He's literally going, oh yes, I don't want to do it anymore. I mean, that's just part of it. I didn't feel like that was a new thing.
I didn't really have the sadness that Sean talked about. It was just it was a feeling of almost like they could have quit while they were ahead.
No.
But they did. I mean, this was, again, I felt like that was the whole premise of this movie was we're done with this. We're going to reunite one last thing. Here's some new people.
I just don't see that working. I don't see the new people going on to do more stuff. And I hope I'm proven wrong.
Yeah.
But I even think like, did you guys stay after the credits for the theater special like interview thing? Did they play that for you?
No.
We didn't have that.
Okay, so at the end of our screening, there's a 15-minute thing where Jeff Tremaine sits down with all 5 or 6 of the new cast and kind of explains to the audience, like, here's their backgrounds. This is why they deserve to be here. This is why you should like it. Paramount knows they're going to fight an uphill battle adding new cast members that no one's heard of.
I didn't think that was even weird though. Like,
I didn't think so either.
Jackass has been a revolving door of people since the beginning. Like, we're going to go down in the wagons in the hill with J2. Okay, who's J2?
Yeah,
I mean,
the
I didn't think
new
that was
people-
I missed
anything.
no Loomis. I was bummed about that.
The new people didn't affect me negatively at all. I liked them.
Not
I thought they were
negative.
good.
I laughed. I liked all of them.
Yeah, and
I
anything-
just felt weird that it wasn't Jackass. I don't know.
that didn't. I don't think I felt that with them. You know, I felt like it was a good fit. Even like that Poopies guy was like such a fucking weird character. I'm like, this is someone who would be.
I
in-
thought he was like a perfect fit.
Yeah, he is.
All of them were great fits. I agree.
Although I
with
thought that guy was like their age, and I guess he's not, but he looks fucking old.
Yeah.
That's something
hard living, man.
Yeah, hard living.
Why didn't they get us in the movie?
Yeah.
We
I don't
know
wanna do
we
that
have
shit.
connections.
Yeah, they got Machine Gun Kelly and not
We
us.
do public pranks.
I hated the cameos.
We
Did you?
are
I don't
highly-
like Tyler the Creator. I don't like Machine
I
Gun
thought they-
Kelly.
I thought
highly
they were all good
influenced
in the
by
movie.
Jackass. They should have got us, man.
They always have had, even like Eric
Jackass.
Andre was good.
Eric
Rock
Andre,
over
I
there.
like. Tyler, my mind was changed on Tyler. I liked him more than I ever have.
I thought he was
this.
hilarious.
Yeah, he was
in this.
hilarious in
Yeah,
this with the whole stool thing. That was
I disliked him, I think, going into this, and I hated Machine Gun Kelly going into this. But I think my opinion of Tyler came around because he was up for it and he was good.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly, I don't really care for. And
I think it was great though because
didn't need him.
he came off
necessarily.
like a dumb ass.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came off like someone
Yeah,
who couldn't
he
even
really
form a
did.
sentence on
Yeah.
screen. He couldn't even like talk.
Yeah, and that was one bit I was talking about with Johnny is like that they all stuck around too long. Like a thing happens to him, and then he's trying to explain what happened, and it's like, yeah, we don't need to hear him talk. Just
Yeah.
cut.
Johnny, did you like Jackass 4?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. My only issue is I just felt like skits would end and they would just like hold on people not doing anything for too
Yeah.
long. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah, we talked about that. That happened in 3 a lot too, where the bit ends and it's like they're just filming him kind of laughing about what happened. But sometimes it's like, yeah, we saw you fall. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I agree with Johnny.
The marketing,
There were a couple of those.
The marketing was a bummer. I mean, I avoided that Stern interview until after I saw the movie. But the commercials and the social media marketing and everything, it's like, yo, I don't want to see these fucking sketches. Like, I'm going to the movie tomorrow.
Yeah, they really in the last week wanted to show you every bit from the movie.
I
was
feel like
oh my god,
I
Yeah,
had
to
like
block a lot of
6 or 7 bits spoiled for me because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, I
Saw that in a pre-roll.
I follow some of the crew, and then the night they did the premiere, they were oh, so you guys liked this? Well, here's how we did it. And it's like, oh, I haven't seen this.
Do you remember the name of the skets of like the bits or the sketches?
No.
Do you have a favorite without spoiling anything? Because mine was the haunted house.
Oh, that was good. That's funny.
That was fucking. That was something that they've never even done before in Jackass, and I thought that was the strongest part of the film.
Don't spoil it.
That's just the name of the sketch. This is Johnny Knoxville, and this is a haunted house. You know,
Yeah.
it's not spoiling.
Don't.
I mean, here's my honest review.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Go see the movie.
You gotta. If
I
you're a
think-
fan, yeah.
Go see the movie.
But
You're going to laugh. You're going to have a good time. That's it. Like you will, if you like Jackass,
a
you'll
good
like
review.
this. Like, I mean, go see it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think people will maybe feel the way I felt and feel a little bummed out for unknown reasons after the movie. Maybe that's just my issue. I don't know, but that's how I felt. But I still say, go see this movie. Derek, I'm dying to know what you think of it. So go see it too. And then, you know, let us know.
I was happy they could not
I will
cut
let you
Bam out
know.
of that sketch.
I am highly affected by celebrities I enjoy aging.
You definitely
I am-
are. You've
I
always
am
brought that up.
severely
And I don't
affected
notice it.
by that
I don't
stuff.
notice it at all. So
And
I'm
that
definitely on the other end.
It's
of the
going
spectrum.
to. I'm probably going to feel the same way you do, Sean. It's probably going to leave me
There
feeling
were
a little
times
sad.
Johnny Knoxville said on Howard Stern that he went gray when he was like 20, but he just dyes his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wow.
he stopped dyeing it because he's like, I'm old. Who gives a fuck? But so halfway through the movie, he's like, it goes back and forth in the movie.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It does. But it's funny because Steve-O is gray and they both wear glasses sometimes. And there were moments where I was like, who am I? Oh, it's Johnny. Oh, is it Steve-O? Like I couldn't like figure out who
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Because they morphed into the same person all of a sudden. It was weird. It's weird.
Time's a bitch, dude. Getting
Time's a
old
bitch.
sucks.
Time's a
Anyways, this
bitch.
podcast is real long.
90s
it's
were
already
cool.
8 o'clock.
20,
But
It's a 2-hour show,
All
baby.
2-hour show.
Is this the main show?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Still
End
on the
this.
main.
Cut it off now.
I was going to say something.
All right, fine.
I got so mad when I left. Well, I had a great time during the movie. I never thought anything weird about it. I thought I just had a good time.
You didn't
But
miss Bam?
It felt, the Bam thing. It was sad not to see them, but
Yeah.
other than that, I had a great time. It felt like, we're not going to obviously do this anymore. So let's just reunite and have fun, and that's what it was. And I thought it was great. When we left, so many of my friends got an email. Friends who had MoviePass in the past, back in the day, got an email, and I was going to ask if you guys did.
I didn't. No.
That said, it just an email from MoviePass that said 2.0. Stay tuned.
Oh, wow.
What?
Did anyone here get that email?
Nope.
Okay, I feel a little bit better now. I was one of the biggest fucking MoviePass supporters. Even when people were like, this sounds stupid. I was like, hell no. I've seen like 100 movies this month. I fucking love MoviePass. And guess what? I got the fucking shirt. Who else bought the MoviePass shirt?
Yeah.
I fucking stand for you,
Yep.
MoviePass, and then I didn't get the fucking email. Are you kidding me? Check out 2.0. I was so mad. So I just had to vocalize, and I wanted to ask
I got
if you
it.
guys got it.
No.
Did you?
I got it.
You got
Anyways, good night. Thank you for watching.
Oh, I had more to.
I got it.
sorry.
too.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I also got it. Good night.
What else you got to say?
No, you lost out.
Bummer. See you next week.
The fucking fade.